Live from New Jersey, because somebody's got to be here. It's Schmuel Buckman. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I will be joined shortly by Mr. Crumb and eventually by Mr. Dave. And I have a very shiny face here, so let's fix that a little bit. I've learned all of my skills from the Opster. So there we go. In any event, what's going on, people? Happy Tuesday. Been a busy day for Schmuel, and I haven't been following much with what's going on in the Dabbleverse. Kind of a day behind. So what is happening out there? I guess I want to get into the chat. And no comments so far. Oh, look at that. You're all on Twitter. I could do the Aaron Imholt thing and claim tons of viewers, which I don't really have. I am going to adjust something here a little quick. Whoa, let's pull that down. Whoa, let's pull that up. Sorry. Got a very shiny face tonight. Oh, well. I'll wait till Dave gets here. He can help me do this. So what's going on? Yeah, so my day's been interesting. Besides work, I got to the joy of being filled with Ray DeVito stuff. And Ray's a good guy, and I like him. I didn't get to talk to him much today, but I guess the basketball game is on, and we're gonna see what happens. And originally, he had asked me to negotiate for him. That was last night in the prior stream, and then after my stream last night, I've been demanaged, so I am no longer negotiating for Ray. And what can I tell you? There you go. So, in any event, um, it's Tuesday. I'm waiting for my guys here who have the information for you. Um, so yeah, I'm getting ready for Hackmania 2. I'm looking forward to seeing people there. We've been talking about it, and I kind of wanted to talk about the plaza and what we're hearing. I heard Patrick say the other night that the plaza is a nicer hotel than the downtown Grand, and I thoroughly disagree. The plaza is an old hotel. It's perfect for what we're doing it for. I went to see comedians at the compound there, and it's great for that. And it really does have an awesome pool and a bunch of pickleball courts as well. Um, but the rooms at the Grand were nice. The rooms at the Plaza are kind. It's an older hotel, and I mean they're claiming a recent renovation, but I think that recent renovation was like in 2018, 2019. Um, and I will check again, but I do believe it's the north. If you're going to use the pool, you kind of want to stay in the north tower because you can take the elevator right to the pool. If you stay in the other tower, which may be nicer, the rooms, you have to walk through the entire hotel and casino to get to the pool. So, pool advice from Schmuel Buckman. The casino also too in the plaza is pretty small, except it does have my favorite game in all of Vegas. It has the little horse racing thing. It has little mechanical horses, and you put your money in, and then the horses run around the track. Um, Totally analog, very cool, and, a lot of fun. Saturday nights at the Plaza, though, a little downscale, I should say. They don't have great blackjack tables, um, but we will go on. My buddy Sam Bibley is here. Um, we like to travel the world with our guests and chatters, and Dave is Armenian, and Sam comes to us all the way from Lebanon. Sam, any truth to the rumor there are two Shmuels pretending to be one? I am the only Shmuel that I know of. If somebody else is pretending to be me, I feel sorry for that individual because there isn't much here to imitate. I mean, I'm old and whatever. I re- so Sam, you live in Seattle, but you do have a penchant for Lebanese food. Is that what we're is that where we were? Um, we were on the Lebanese food situation the other night, so um, pretty damn good. Two of my favorites, Greek and Lebanese. Yeah, we go. There we go. That's why I was talking about going to WATP in Dearborn, and oh man, the food was so good, just so good at the Lebanese stuff. And I live in the New York metro area, and mm, as good as it is here, it was just really good there. And it was almost like every place you went was great. And Sam, I've lived in a bunch of places too. I just live here now. All right. Well, enjoy Seattle. I've been there. I too have lived in a bunch of places, but primarily in the Northeast and the South. And I'm sorry to hear this. I was born on Long Island and lived there as a child. Um, you know, when I was a kid, people were moving to Long Island, like that was a thing. And so this is like I guess the 70s, right? So people were moving to Long Island, and I have to laugh because all these people moved. they moved to Long Island because New York was getting more and more people of color in it, and all these white people moved to Long Island, and I laugh because a like guy like John who talks about he's from Long Island and he's so tough. All those guys left. They all went out there because their parents were pussies, and they didn't want their kids associating with the riffraff. So fuck them. And both my grandparents moved from the city to Long Island in the early '60s. Yeah, that was a thing. I guess the '50s and '60s. Levittown, I guess, was built in the '50s. That was the big one. Um, it's interesting though, because neighborhoods like when I grew up as a kid, there were neighborhoods like Lynbrook was a really fancy neighborhood. And I went back there not too long ago and not so fancy. Um, not so fancy. And brilliant. Needed something to fall asleep to. Have a great one, Schmuel. That's what I love about Echo. Echo's always full of compliments, no matter what I do, Echo compliments me. Thank you, Pineapple. I'm glad that I have a voice that can put you to sleep. And I have to be honest, I often fall asleep to podcasts and YouTube videos. I put them on and then I listen to them so they don't. Um, Schmuel, you're describing white flight. Yep. Yeah. So I grew up in an age of white flight and blockbusting. Blockbusting was a big thing when I was a kid. And that's where they take a neighborhood. Rosedale was the big one. I think people like study Rosedale in college, right? So Rosedale, it's near Kennedy Airport. It's nice, nice area, and they would buy a house for a bunch of money and move a black family into it, and then that would cause the other white people in the neighborhood to want to get the fuck out, and they would lower all the prices, and then everybody would sell their houses, and then they would resell them and make a profit. So it's called blockbusting, and, for a long time in New York City, you were not allowed to have a for sale sign up on your house unless it was by the owner. Like, real estates were not allowed to put up for sale signs, and, as a matter of fact, New York is one of the few places where you can actually, um, ban real estates from soliciting you. Um, the original Mario Cuomo, um, was the guy who got that. Was supposed to be an anti-blockbusting law through, but it was really it really just helped the blockbusters. Um, but yeah, Rosedale was a big part. So there's a lot of people people got scared and they moved out of places like Rosedale and off to Long Island. But then there's but a lot of the places that I remember people moving, like Valley Stream, Lynbrook, places like that, um, they're really minority neighborhoods now, and then those people move further out, further out. My dad is buried at the National Cemetery out in Calverton, which is exit 68. He died young, and when we buried him there was nothing there, zero, nothing. It was just it. It had been a potato farm, I believe, and they converted it into a cemetery. And now you go out there and it's just chock full of people, and it's just like white people, man. They just move further and further from the city, um, and they're hardly ever in the five boroughs if they're here at all. So, yeah, that's there's your little Long Island history. And but I remember going out to Calverton when my dad was first buried out there, and it was just farmland, man. It was just, farmland, and there were a couple of, uh, motels that people used to go out and they would spend, like, a couple of weeks there during the summer, and now it's all built up. Walmarts everywhere, and, the big difference is I've noticed that over the years, teeth have become very popular out there. It was, less and less when I first went out there, that was a big
Gino ain't got no money.
"Hey, what's
Gino
going
is
on?"
fat broke. What's up?
So,
How's it
hey,
going?
Leo Gunn, I heard Schmuel used to summer on Fire Island, if you know what I mean. I was a Queens
Ireland,
boy,
Ireland.
so that would be Bay 1 in Reese Park, and, that's the deal. Vampire Hunter D. Hunter, where's the super tip link, Schmuel? There is no super tip link. We are totally free. What we will do
Yeah.
eventually is try to get you all to go over to Dave Sarah's chat later when Dave goes
Moody.
live. Send him your money, and then he can buy voodoo dolls of Kevin Brennan.
Yeah, Moody don't got time for you.
I never asked. I could use a couple of bucks, but I don't know how to transition into it.
What don't you
So
know how to transition to? Aren't you buddies with fucking Melton? Can't you just be like, hey,
no, that's not
let's
the
get it
I don't
going already?
no. I don't know how to transition from I like the free chat. I like the interaction I'm having.
Oh,
And I don't
shut
necessarily
up.
want to charge
Stop,
people.
stop being a martyr.
Leo Gunn, I got the hat. So,
I got the hat. 1 second.
so I got the hat. I was in BJ's the other day, and the manager comes over and he starts talking to me, and he's telling me about a game, and he's going on, and he thought they were going to have it, and something about Atlanta. I had no fucking idea what he was talking about. I'm wearing a Winnipeg Jets hat, and he was a Winnipeg Jets fan. So there are one of them in New Jersey. And Dave looks a little bit like Michael Imperioli, I just noticed. Dave's a good looking guy.
The thespian. You know who posted a picture of Michael Imperioli recently, like in a sexy manner, was Lady KB.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Michael's become very woke.
Yeah, he's
Wokey
fucking insufferable, bro. I listened to him on fucking Joe Rogan's podcast. I can't listen to you if you use the word thespian. Sorry.
Yeah, next week I'm going to see, speaking of woke people, next week I'm going to see Tuesday or Wednesday night. I'm going to see Tuesday. Bill Burr, Bob Odenkirk, and Kieran Culkin in Glengarry Glen Ross on Broadway. And you're muted, Dave?
That's fun. Next week I'm gonna go see Gavin McInnes, Josh Denny, and Anthony Cumia in Fullerton. So
Oh, really? Cool.
yeah.
Hey, do they say where the show is, or do
Yeah.
they still do the Heidi
No,
thing?
no. They say where the show is. It's somewhere in Torrance, actually, not Fullerton. But
They did the
I haven't bought tickets yet. But if I knew how much it was gonna be, I may have not bought those fucking voodoo dolls. Tell you that much.
Nice
These are like
podcast,
60 bucks.
stupid. Dan, who was a guest last night, who helped get me into trouble today.
I heard the boss.
I heard Schmuel was a big Judy Garland fan, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, Judy Garland's a man. Yes,
So
we got your
yeah,
drift.
Judy Garland had a house in my neighborhood when I was a kid,
And an Adam's apple.
and so I don't know. I don't know. You
I don't know
know,
what my
it was
headset's
like me
like.
with the kids today. You know,
There we go.
I don't know how old she was when she died. She probably was pretty young, but to me, she seemed like she was ancient, and I didn't really care. Tuna Town. How much were the Glengarry tickets? Tuna, I do not know. My wife bought them at TKTS. So I don't know. But she asked me the other night. I was complaining about Burr, and she asked me the other night, "Do I still want to go?" And I said, "Yeah, sure, unless you could sell them for like twice what we paid for them." So,
Go see if he'll sign your Compound Media ticket or something, your Compound Media flag.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I'll bring an Anthony Cumia cutout with me and ask him if
Well,
we can have pictures.
I'm gonna take the Kevin Brennan voodoo dolls and have Anthony Cumia sign it. So
Why don't you get
I'll
your
give that
followed
away.
by go to Snapfish, get the screenshot of your being followed by Anthony Cumia on Twitter, print it, and have him sign that. You could mount it and hang it on a wall. Come
I'll
on.
pass.
All right. Let's see here. Tuna Town. Zing went the strings from my heart. Zing.
I like those
Hey,
Toontown shirts, though. I might buy one.
Tuna, if you want to go, I'd be happy. My wife, it's one of the things I do. My wife loves to go to Broadway, so I often go with her because I would never see any of these things if it hadn't been for her. And my favorite of the last year was Tommy. I really enjoyed that. But because they didn't woke it up, it didn't win any awards and it
Yeah.
closed pretty quickly.
Man, I'm a fucking. I had a good round of golf today, though. I shot an 85, but with one par 3 to go. I didn't finish the last hole. I didn't finish 18.
So Dave, ask
we just
Missy
left.
B if she really stole those Christmas presents.
I don't think she's gonna be there. She might.
But
Wait,
yeah,
you
we
never
also-
know. She might travel with him.
yeah, he's also got he's picking the wrong horse here.
If I stole,
That was-
yeah.
That was Chrissy.
That was Chrissy that stole the. Yeah.
Yeah. Schmuel, how long have you been married and would you recommend it? I'm on my third, and this one is going to be 13 years, and I highly recommend it. But you know, you gotta commit to it.
It's the only one you were sober during, though.
Yes, but I didn't get sober until 4 years into it.
Well, still amicable.
And whatnot. I get along with my, the first one was a joke because I was like 18 and I got married. I got divorced like 15 months later. But the second one was serious, but we're still friendly.
Cool.
That's the one when I did, so I got sober during this marriage, and then I had to go back and
Apologize to her,
apologize to the first one, and I was
then
like,
she found you all sexy. Then
no, not at all. She just, I was like, I made my quote unquote amends, and I thought, oh, this is great. I'm done. And then she was like the old TV commercial, but wait, there's more.
Oh no.
And yeah, there was a very long
All right.
list of things I had done. So Leo Gunn, Opie walks past Imperioli all the time during his New York City walkabouts. He always yells out, "Hey, Soprano guys!"
Sopranos guy.
Much to Imperioli's disgust.
What a fucking tool Opie is.
Yeah, it's just I actually have a clip of him. I haven't seen it yet. It's titled. It's from our buddy Doom, and it's titled "Opie doesn't respect Patrick Melton, WATP, or the Dabbleverse." And shockingly, I think the feeling is mutual.
I think you can put say that one more time. Who doesn't respect?
Opie does not respect Patrick Melton, WATP, or the Dabbleverse.
Now, change Opie with everybody, and you have a true statement as well. So, nobody gets no respect around here.
None, except for Ray. Ray gets a lot.
I mean, I like how KB is veiling this this Ray tariff thing as like KB's like, okay, what really has to happen is KB has to do 2 days now, seems like, right? So he can make his nut. And on top of that, now he's using Ray's show as like an excuse for that, which is brilliant from the boss, of course. Brilliant. So, but
it's brilliant until Ray doesn't do Ray. This is like Ray won't do shows, right? That's what'll happen.
And look, it's kind of crazy to me because there's KB being number one. He actually, like, if he does 8 hours of streaming a day or 6 hours of streaming a day, that's not like any different than like a lot of other streamers who make much less than him sometimes. But so, 2-4, I see a world where we get 2 4-hour shows a day from KB for 3 or 4 weeks, and then he kills him.
Yeah, look, man, just doing 2 shows a week takes a lot of time out of my life. I don't know how you do it every day.
I mean, when it's your job and you got to make money, you do it.
I guess, yeah, I guess you're right. And
I would look forward to doing it. Like I like doing this. I enjoy doing it. There is I don't feel like being in front of a camera, or I feel like shit, or I'm drunk, or I'm hungover, or there are those moments. And in those moments, I'm just like, well, I'm just not going to stream. But if I was beholden to a paycheck and stuff like that, then like I'd probably have some really bad MKE streams where you see me and I'm just complete and utter garbage.
If this
Hello,
is your
Crumb
job,
skis.
and I was holding off for that on a second there,
Hey.
Dave, but it's all right. Just take over.
Hey,
So,
hello. Hey.
Crumb, before I introduce you, I want
Okay.
to bring up our buddy Bo Beardington. I liked and subscribed. Hint, hint. If you could all do that, that would just be fucking awesome. And welcome to the screen, Mr. Crumbun, our buddy from the great state of Florida.
What's
and
up?
I've been doxing everyone tonight. So we have
It's no secret. I'm from Florida.
We've got the Northeast covered, the West Coast, and now Florida. So
I was born in Queens, though, Schmuel. You were talking
Cool.
about yeah.
Where in Queens?
Long Island Jewish Hospital.
Long Island Jewish. Okay. So
My parents are from Hempstead.
I've left a couple of body parts at Long Island Jewish Hospital.
Huh.
But, yeah. I was
What,
born
foreskin?
I was born in a hospital. I was born in Rockaway Beach Hospital, which I guess several years after I was born became a mental institution. So I don't know that one has anything to do with the other. But yeah, it's what they call it. Doesn't even exist anymore. Actually, I think I was born. Yeah, that's where I was born. And yes, I was dude, when I was born, they just circumcised you,
Yeah,
was
same,
like-
I mean, same when
Yeah,
my
you
kids were
did-
born. They still do
you were
that.
just you were doing it. So
It's before you leave the hospital as a baby boy. You're,
Especially at a Jewish hospital.
no,
Not-
any hospital. My kids.
I'm not circumcised.
Well, that's your fault.
well,
No, most of the men in my family aren't. Armenians don't usually do it.
Well, you're dirty.
yeah, I feel like
Uncut
it.
Jews.
Look, it's a New York. It was like a New York thing. I mean, most of the people that I know are
I mean, it's an American thing, isn't it?
So
We can't let them get rid of docking.
Leo Gunn. Ray deserves to be tariffed. KB will blame his agent Schmuel and his momager mammy. KB was blaming. I only listened to KB for a minute today, and he was blaming Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid. But
I didn't watch
had a-
it today.
You were in there a little bit too. He's like, I don't even know who's on the higher on the Dabbleverse hierarchy. Is it Ray, Dave, Sarah, or Schmuel? I mean, I don't know.
yeah,
There are
No,
things
it's-
I don't know.
I would say Dave, then Schmuel,
I would say
then Ray.
I would say Ray's above the both of us though. Both of us would love to have Ray's.
No, I think
subscriber
Dave is
numbers.
above.
I used Ray to climb onto MLC. I told Ray I was going to do that on his show. I said the only reason I'm here is to get on MLC, and it worked.
That's
In my
funny.
opinion, right now,
You used him
in
as
the
a stepping
standings.
stone.
That's
it's
right.
Dave,
But now I'm
Dave,
nice.
then
to him. Sorry,
Schmuel,
bro.
then Ray. Definitely.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Crumb.
Well, Ray,
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying is Dave is on top right now because his appearances on MLC are good, whereas
Oh,
Ray's
thank you.
are ball washing
Well,
bullshit.
I shouldn't say that. Well, no. So, actually, when I was on with Little Mir the other day, and KB had Ray on, I thought that was a fucking great episode. I went back and watched it. I thought it was hilarious. That was a good episode. They seemed to be on the same team that day, and then
Was
it all.
that-
I didn't
that
watch
wasn't-
it. I watched your episode. I didn't watch his, so maybe you're
thanks.
That
right.
wasn't-
I don't know, but
Was that the one where he was yelling at KB that he wasn't going to get beaten up all the time?
Yeah.
That the
Yeah.
I like the boisterous stand up for yourself, Ray.
he needs to do that more. That's what I would like from him. Yeah, totally. He needs to fucking be a man. Like who lets people talk to him like that?
It's the Dave. It came from Dave Sarah, but I've adopted
never
it.
hung
which
out-
is- He's got to start acting like a headliner. He's got to start acting like
Yeah.
his attitude has got to be
Right.
like a headliner.
Yeah, this is something that was always when I heard it way before I tried even doing gay stand up, which was somebody goes, I remember overhearing, how do you become a writer? And then somebody said, you start writing and then call yourself a writer.
Yeah, get a
So
pen
just
and
start
paper.
headlining and then start headlining and call yourself a headliner.
Exactly.
Simple.
So when you say gay stand-up, is that a different type of stand-up than regular
Yeah.
stand-up?
Stand-up's gay.
Oh, just in general.
Just in general, just
I
is
get it.
lame.
Everything that Ray does, everything that I was going to say Ray, everything that Dave does is gay. All right.
Yes. Right.
Or Ray. Or Ray.
Um,
or Ray.
Leo Gunn, I'll bet Dave is a way better hang in real life than Ray. I would believe that.
Yeah.
I believe that.
I
in a
am
minute.
a
We're gonna
fun hang in real life. That's one of my very few good traits about me.
We're gonna find out.
I've hung out with both of you on streams, and so far you are a way better hang on stream than he ever has been. So.
Yeah. There you go.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Ray is such a fucking nut, though. I took Ray to dinner back last August. So I go to take him.
Don't brag.
Anyway, I go to take him to dinner, and it's at one of these. It's an Irish bar and restaurant in Queens, and he can't eat and drink at the same time.
Okay, so
he wound up. So this is the deal, man. So we're supposed to go to dinner, and normally like you gotta. Anyway, he winds up getting a couple of pints. Then we sit down at a table. He gets like another pint, and he ordered his food to go.
look, that could also be medication.
But it was very strange. It was very.
That could also be medication.
That's not normal behavior for an adult.
He can't eat and drink at the same time because when he eats, he has to shit.
That's like your autistic fucking brother, your cousin. That's weird that you guys all are like, all right, when he comes, he's gonna do weird shit, guys. Just let him hang out. He's gonna get a drink. He's gonna take his food home. We all talk about it before they get there. He's that guy.
Yeah,
I've never hung out with Ray. I don't know. He seems like a fine fella.
I've learned that now.
Yes, according to Leo Gunn, probably.
He was fun in Vegas with the hot dogs and the beer. They had at the Downtown Grand. They had for $2. It was a hot dog and a beer, and you couldn't buy one or the other. You had to buy both.
Yeah, perhaps right. You get like $5 for a hot dog and a.
Yeah, so it's $2, and he's
$2.
Ray lived on hot dogs that
hot dog and beer.
You know, he was giving away the beers.
I already got the hot dog, so I'm just gonna have like 5 beers, and I'm just take 5 hot dogs home. Maybe I'll eat one of them. But what's the deal? I have to eat it right now. I eat late at night usually.
Hey, does anyone know if hot dogs travel well on an airplane?
Gray's papaya.
Last year, when I met him at Atlantic City, he was walking past me. I was like, "Hey, Ray," and he was like, "Carlos had bought him a cheesesteak." I think it was Carlos. Somebody bought him a cheesesteak sandwich, and he was taking it upstairs to his room for later. And then went back downstairs and ate with the other guys.
We could talk shit, and it's funny, and I get all that, but it's really not that crazy behavior for someone that's like, you know, not financially in the best position. Like it has been for a long time. Like I know people liked him. I was even like him in some sense too. Like I would never pay for. Let's say I would go out with my friends and I was kind of broke, even though I could technically afford a cheesesteak. Would I have gone there and bought a cheesesteak and ate it? Probably not. Now, if somebody were to be so kind to buy me a cheesesteak, there's fucking no way I would be rude enough to take it home. In this situation, it's a little different because these are fans buying it for him, so it's different.
You're not going to pass up a free meal, is what you're saying, and I get that. And like I'll do the same kind of thing where if I go out to eat and there's too much food and I eat what I want and I'm full, I'll take the rest home. But that's just a doggy bag,
right? But you would actually try to eat some of it. You wouldn't just
I eat at
tell
least
them
half
to
of it.
pack
But
it
I'm a
up and
small
bring
guy.
it over in a takeout container.
No, but you know, these days in America, they overportion your food. Every restaurant you go to, it's like, who eats this much food? What the fuck, dude? It's a waste.
My mommy made me a milkshake.
Oh, that's nice.
So cute.
What kind? Vanilla?
It's banana and like some other stuff. There's some cinnamon in it.
Ooh, delish.
Very good.
A little. She spike it up a little bit.
No. But so even with you, like you and Ray are kind of friends, and like he took you out to dinner, so that seems a little weird. But like
I took him, but it's the other way.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. Like you took him out to dinner, and that's a little odd, especially he got us something to go. I can understand me going, and like that's definitely a move that I've done too, which is go out to dinner with friends and not eaten because of cocaine. But
yeah, you get drinks.
and I'm
That's
just
it.
drinking.
Yeah.
But then I'm also, and then I might buy something for myself and take it home, but there's fucking no way in chance like somebody's gonna invite me to dinner. I'm gonna order drinks and a thing. But again, he might just be thinking of it like, these are my fans, which is not a bad way to think about it. And if he thought of something, if it was Big J, would he do the same thing? Maybe not.
I think he
Yeah.
would.
I think he would. I just think it's his personality. It's just what he does.
Taking the shit? Is it the taking the shit? Yeah, as soon as he eats, he just has to take a shit. And he doesn't want to take a shit in public. Is that what it is?
Well, I don't know what it is. I
Those
mean,
are-
it's-
that's
I
child
can't
mentality
imagine.
shit, though. That's like what kids think, you know. And
Yeah.
even as an adult, you don't express that. You just you say something else other than I can't eat unless I have to poop right away. You just make something else up, like I'm on a diet or I'm fasting or whatever. You don't say
But then
that.
drinking the beers doesn't really drinking the beers and then taking food home afterwards doesn't really
You
cover
say,
that.
I'm on a strict diet. I don't eat out. I don't eat food out. But I'll take
And
it
the-
home for later. I got a friend or something. You make it a
And the
big.
guy-
You
I
don't
don't know.
ever say I
I
got
don't know.
fucking the shits.
The
Come
guy
on.
who
I
showers
literally
in
think I
the guy who showers in Planet Fitness on a daily basis. I can't imagine he's worried about taking his
You
shit.
guys are so
someplace.
fucking mean. It's
Exactly.
Ray DeVito. We're talking about Ray
There's-
DeVito's eating and showering habits.
Yeah, what's going on
Why?
with our lives? What are we doing? Yeah, good point.
Oh, I know. Wait,
Ugh.
he-
We all have our own. I mean, I can't shower past noon
he's a nice guy.
Or
No,
before
actually, I wanted to
3.
do this so that
or after 2.
5 or 6 people could call him up and tell him I was trashing him on the phone.
You would trash me. No, the best is now what I did. I've never gotten this one from him. This was a new one from him. I got, hi, I heard you had a lot of praise for me on MLC on Saturday. Thanks. Just as
Yeah,
easy
no,
as
I was reading today that Schmuel was shitting on Ray hardcore. Like that's what I was seeing on the Twitters, the X's.
yeah, and then he released his fucking text messages too, like a prick.
But
Schmuel released
Schmuel's one of
Ray's
the only
text
guys that I
messages.
actually know that defends Ray. So it was kind of funny to me because
Yeah, I wasn't
We-
shitting on. I was trying to
flip-flopped on that
defend
now.
him. Maybe it didn't come off the way it was supposed to, but and my releasing of the text had more to do with I was trying to show what a bunch of fucking pussies the people in the Dabbleverse are. It was a diss on them, not on Ray, because they're immediately calling Ray saying he's trashing you, he's saying bad things about you, he's a troll. Like, oh, get the fuck out of here, you know.
So, by the way, when you say pussies, is that before or after you take your high blood pressure medication, your whatever the fuck Lipitors, and all the other medication you do just to survive another week?
Right,
Remember
I'll
when
take
you
it.
say
I'll take it
pussy?
at night. You don't
Okay,
want to know how many pills I take.
But you know, it is kind of funny because, like,
0.
we don't really try to force the idea of us taking different sides on things. It happens more than not. And on this specific thing with Ray, we've kind of like flip-flopped because Schmuel, when I met him, he was like the biggest like Ray like nut hugger in the world, and like
Yeah, that's what
was
I'm
very
saying.
nice to him.
Yeah.
And he's and whatever Schmuel says to Ray comes from a good place. I know Schmuel. I talk to him a lot. We speak on the phone. You know,
Yeah.
personal. You know, we're almost.
Schmuel's
if
a
he died, I
genuine
would cry.
dude.
Okay?
He's a genuine guy.
That I
He ain't bullshitting. He
Yeah.
ain't fucking around. He ain't trolling.
Now, you know,
Is
probably
Ray trolling him though? Is that what you're saying?
No, probably hamming it up a little bit too much now. Schmuel, you might be hamming it up a little too much with the Ray stuff, with the Ray hate. Okay, fair enough. You're doing a show, but the idea that like I would be like silly goose time, like I again, it was a switch with me. Once I'm like, oh, Ray, I just got to treat Ray like my brother, and it everything it works. Lots of love, lots of boundaries, and it's like. Yeah, that's it. That's all you got to do. Hey, Ray, you want to play GeoGuessr? And then Kevin goes, it looked like Dave was speaking down to Ray. I'm not speaking down to Ray. I'm just treating him like a child, maybe.
Speaking his language. You're speaking
his language. Speaking the fucking, the language of the broke. Like he and I.
Yeah, I
What is,
get into a thing where I think
you're playing games with him online?
We were playing. I was
People-
doing GeoGuessr. It's fun.
Oh,
It's
where
fun
you
for
have to
Ray.
guess where you
Keeping
are
on
in the world.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's a fun game.
I have to.
That's
I have
good-
to turn.
It's good for
I have
children.
to turn the wife onto that, Dave.
That's
It's
just
a
fun.
GeoGuessr.
I
Yeah.
played it
That was
with my
actually pretty
children too.
interesting last
Dave.
night.
It's completely innocuous. I think Kevin should start his stream every morning with with 3 GeoGuessers. I think it'd be great.
No, Kevin, he's distracted just by starting the stream and getting it going and fucking getting his chips and his Dr. Pepper. He's good.
All right, where the fuck am I? What is this? A fucking tree?
Am I on?
Chris back. Ray isn't an easy guy to support. He's constantly stepping on his own dick and somehow never takes any accountability for stuff which he was not only warned about but explicitly told how to avoid.
And maybe that's our problem. Maybe we're all
How big is
just
his
trying to
dick?
give
Is he
Ray.
stepping on it? Is it?
We're all just trying to give Ray advice, and he don't want it from us. And
Don't
that's
give
literally-
other grown
don't
men
give-
advice.
I
Don't
just
give
want
other
him to get
people
paid. That's my thing. Like, I just want him to get paid. It's because I'm older. It's like,
But talking
I know
about
what it's-
getting paid is.
I know what it's like to grow. I know what it's like to grow old, and it's like these guys all think they're gonna die, but they're gonna. It's like Chad and Ray.
Yeah, but you can't help
They're
Ray
gonna
at
wind
this
up.
point,
Let me
dude.
finish. They're gonna wind up
sorry.
in their 60s with nothing, and it's like. But the hard thing to understand for when as you're getting older is when you're younger. If you need more money, you can just work more. You can just do more. You can do it. When you get older, that's not necessarily available to you. And so it's like you got to start thinking about the future. I was joking around about Ray's like one broken ankle away from poverty,
Oh, he's so close to homelessness. Yeah.
And he's not even that. He's not even that like. Not even that vulnerable compared to like other people even.
No.
But because he doesn't have to work a 9 to 5. Thank God.
And he doesn't even have like a wife that works to fall back on even.
Well, he does have family. I don't think Chad really has any family. I don't know.
Yeah. Chad's really got no family. I think that's why KB has a little more like soft tenderness towards him.
But I
Because
think
the
Chad
fact
is
that
more
KB calls him a legit
upwardly
comic-
mobile than Ray.
He
honestly.
is. Oh, well,
Nah.
I think
I
Ray's gonna run
think
circles around him.
Chad could get a job at fucking Outback or waiting tables or something. He would. He could do that. I don't think Ray would ever.
Fair
do
enough.
That.
Fair enough. Yeah. Chad is definitely more outgoing, and if that's not
Well,
the right
shit,
word,
dude.
outgoing. But
Wait, there's breaking news, dude. Cigarette Jones says that Chad killed his family. Holy fuck! I didn't know that.
well,
Allegedly.
I
something about
always
a
wondered
pizza
if
and
the
a car,
Chad
I'm not really
brother
sure.
story thing was true.
I don't know. How do we can't?
I've just
how do you confirm that?
I've just never believed it.
You don't believe that his brother got ran over by his stepdad?
I just don't. There's nothing the guy says that I believe. So it's just it. I just feel like it was another thing he said
Last
to try to
night-
get somebody to have sympathy for him, and
I get your
know,
suspicion. I can understand it, but that is a fucking wild thing if it is made up. That's crazy.
tell me having Anthony Cumia beating you up
Yes,
wasn't the wild thing, or that he was also
No, it wasn't
trying
Anthony
at that same
Cumia.
time. He was
He was
trying
in
to
the
pull
country.
Yeah.
right, but he was trying to pull that Stoney, the guy from
Cheetos.
Cheeto, was the guy that came down and also beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, I mean, no, I'm not. I'm speechless. But yeah, I get it. It definitely it pans out.
Do you guys see the numero Josh Danny fan video
No.
No,
of Chad closing out when it starts raining? It's the oddest thing.
Oh no, I did see
So-
that. I didn't see that. I didn't know
pull it
it
up.
was-
Let me go through. We're gonna go through. There's like 3 chats that I'm gonna go through, and then we're gonna change the subject and no longer talk about Ray DeVito. All right. I've got Chris
No,
Mack.
don't talk
I
about
offered to
Chad.
help Ray get on Social Security 3 years ago. I told him he would get money and housing and still be able to do his comedy shows at night. He wasn't interested and just laughed it off. I will leave that without comment. Permaseal. I haven't read
good.
these before.
But hold on, going
No-
back to the Chris Mack thing. Well, it's like that's a genuine, good-hearted thing to like do for somebody. It's a little embarrassing to just hear it from somebody on the internet, though. Half the time, probably. It's like you know what I mean? That's just the only that's the only thing I would say. It's like, yeah, I could see him not being
So-
like, yeah, okay, come
You
help
can't
me
make
fill
that
out my-
much on SSI.
Right,
either,
and I
so.
can see it. Look, I
That's
can see
money,
it
though.
being embarrassing, but is it any more embarrassing than being called an idiot every day and a loser and a piece of garbage?
I get called
You
that
know?
every day. It's fine.
I
So-
laugh that off.
Okay.
I mean, they call me a
Alright.
loser and Zero.
Yeah,
what do they
yeah. I
call
mean,
them? Coke Zero.
we all get abused, right?
I didn't read this, but it's from Permaseal Finishing, and I'm told that this is not the real Permaseal Finishing, and this Permaseal Finishing tells me he is the real Permaseal Finishing.
Oh,
So
okay.
there
Oh,
we
there's
go. Permaseal Finishing. No, 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 not this is what an alcoholic does. I used to do the same. If you're a bear drinking abuser, eating kills your buzz. I quit 25. Wait, I can't. Somebody want to read that?
Sure,
Is
sure.
it me?
No.
I'll do it if you
This
want.
is what an alcoholic does.
Okay.
I used to do the same. If you're a beer drinker, abuser, eating kills your buzz.
Bear.
I quit 25. Wait, what?
Says bear.
If you yeah. If you're a beer drinker, abuser, maybe he meant beer.
Yeah.
Eating kills your buzz. I quit 25 years ago and know this to be true. So maybe he meant beer.
No, he definitely. Hope he meant.
So he didn't.
He's drinking
yeah,
bears, bro. Grr.
I got it. But the thing is that there's no.
That wasn't a bear
there's
at all.
no. It's
So
not like
you
there
don't
was
know
a
if this is the real Permaseal you're saying because there's.
So I don't know
dispute.
if this is the real Permaseal.
How would you tell anyway? How do you know?
I don't know. There's apparently a way to tell, but I don't know how to do it.
There is a way to tell. Hold on, give me a
You
second.
could go in and see what the account
It's
is. or
fine. I'll
something.
tell. One second. Everybody relax. I think it's the same guy. I think it's the correct guy because I think this Permaseal is the one that has donated to me also.
Yeah, no, it's
First of all, if you drink beer a lot, if you're a beer drinking abuser,
I am.
a bear.
Yeah.
But you get
Bear
real fat
drinking
with the
abuser.
beer. The only time I was ever fat in my life, I was drinking a lot of beer, and that's the only, I mean, it's liquid bread. It gets you chunky wonky, you know. So, and Chad's not fat enough to be drinking beer. Is he talking about Chad? Who is he talking about? Permaseal.
I think he was probably talking was he talking about
Oh,
Ray?
Ray. He's talking about Ray.
Right.
Ray's
No,
not.
I think it's
fat
the
enough
right.
to
I'm
be-
pretty sure it's the right person.
Yeah,
Who's
Ray's not.
the
Ray's not a fat guy either. So I don't think they're drinking.
Yeah.
Well, he does drink a lot of beer, doesn't he?
Literally,
He's Ray's in good shape, man. He really is. He runs like he's on that treadmill like a
Oh,
couple of hours
shit.
a day.
If you don't eat a lot of
Permaseal.
food, that's what he's saying. If you don't eat a lot of food and you drink a lot of beer, you can substitute your calories with the beer calories, so you're
Yes.
not fat. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Right.
But that's not what he eats. It's not that he doesn't eat, right? And he eats. It's not the same. It's not like a guy
Heck,
who's.
dude.
It's not like a stuttering John kind of thing, where he's substituting. I've been around a lot of alcoholics,
bro.
and
Me
I-
too.
I'm
I
gonna
look in the
think I
mirror
know
every
who.
day.
I'm gonna think I know who this is, right? All of you pretending to be concerned about Ray need to own your own shit. You just enjoy trashing and be honest enough to admit it. Schmuel, you're a fucking diabolical fake friend.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, this
Bullshit.
this Glows person was attacking me earlier today, calling me a edgelord in MLC chat. But I agree, and that's why I said, "Fucking, why are we talking about Ray's fucking eating habits and bathroom habits?" Next,
Well,
please.
I don't.
Ray-
I'm not a
Ray,
fan of Ray. So.
listen, man. I'm just gonna say this. I have been there for I've been there for Ray for as long as I've known him, and I want to see him be successful. And maybe every now and then I think maybe he needs a kick in the ass, you know, but that's what I'm doing. And we do this
Kick
all in public. So what can I tell you?
Yeah, I don't know who that person is. I can't.
I think I do.
glows. I can glow. I can't. How do you say that?
It doesn't even matter.
attacking.
It's some alias.
LOL, no, just describing you. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Do it
I like
privately.
it.
This is like,
Describing
do it
who?
pri- Yeah, let's talk about Ray behind Ray's back instead of doing it publicly on a forum. Sorry. No, you're right. You're right.
Do
about
it. Oh, is it Ray?
No, it's not Ray. I
that.
know
No,
who it
putting-
is.
putting your
Ray,
friends on
but
blast.
you're even friends with
We're
Ray.
doing.
You talked to Ray
I'm-
about this. He knows. So you've done it publicly and privately. So you know what?
Yeah,
I
there's
can't
nothing that I've
glow.
said. There's nothing that I've said on here that I haven't said in person to him or on the phone with him.
It's fine. It's fine. Hey, Permaseal though, that's a sick ass wire machine you got on your fucking on your YouTube channel. I used to work with stuff like that. I know it's not exactly a wire machine, but it's similar to like spring machine. That shit is money. I used to sell manufacturing equipment like that. Sick. I'm looking at
What is
your,
it? What is
your
this
channels.
side chat you're talking about?
Permaseal finishing. We were finding out if it's a real guy. I went to his channel. He's got all kinds of like has like a Permaseal finishing is like his company. And it's like
What does that
manufacturing
mean?
machine.
Was he sealed?
I don't really I don't really know. I saw the video I saw was making he was making like tags, but just like wire tag, like with string. But you could technically use those machines probably for like multitudes of things, like bending wire and stuff into directions that you would need it. Looked like a heavy duty machine to just make thousands and thousands of like cards just with a string attached to it, but it can be used for other things.
Okay. I always thought it was like a flooring company, like Permaseal, like sealing.
I don't know. I'm
or something.
I don't know.
I thought it was the shit that the guy used to do on TV, you know, where you put it on the boat, you know, slap that spray on it.
Oh, the fucking.
Oh, you're talking about
the whole
Flex Seal.
Flex Seal, yeah, Flex Seal.
No, stupid.
I thought it was something like that too, but like for your floors, like wood floor, Permaseal finishing for your wood floors or your concrete. We got it all.
Yeah, an eyelet and stringing machines. Yeah, dude, these are sick.
That's cool.
Oh, he's got all kinds of printing and shit stuff here.
That makes sense.
It's all printing stuff. Oh, maybe he made the lanyards for KB.
That's what they were saying. That yes.
That makes sense.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
He's working with plastics.
Oh, he's got like rotary dies and shit too. Like, yeah, my uncle used to make like these these aren't exactly rotary dies, but my cousin used to do all kinds of stuff.
Let's not get too off track here. Those lanyards,
cool.
Those badges with the lanyards, those were the shit. I have to say, they were making fun of them because they were so big and whatnot. But I wore that thing around Atlantic City, and people just kept asking about it. People really liked it. It was they. I gotta say, you know, the event itself sucked, but the badges were great.
That's fucking hilarious. People are coming up to you. Where did you get this fucking beautiful lanyard? This is.
There were just people were like, "What is kill cat? Like, what is that?"
They're just happy Kevin had a bullseye over his head.
You should go back to this person that's shitting on you, Schmuel. I shouldn't take this in your chat, dude.
Akon, Schmuel, you don't know who I am. You're so full of shit. You don't see how talking shit publicly makes you a terrible non-friend. You need to do a 10-step bad. Okay. Thank you. 10-step would be my daily inventory.
Is that what that means?
And again, I'm just going to say, man, there's nothing that I've said on here that I haven't said in person.
The fact that you can pop off the steps like that is pretty fucking impressive, I gotta say.
We're doing it here. We're doing a show here. Nobody's friends. If Ray called me for advice or something, great. We might be, but we're we're talking shit. Oh well, are we in trouble now?
Or girl, they're calling you out. Don't even call your sponsor, man. Like that.
Yeah, no, it's totally a 12-step person because they're doing the old. This is one of the things,
and that's not cool.
Restraint of pen and tongue, right? And it goes. Does it need to be said? Does it need to be said by me? Does it need to be said now?
The irony of all of this is that,
and not this. I've never seen that one before. But
bringing Ray back.
No, but see, this is what people do when they're trying to deflect.
I'll be right back.
And they're trying to like make you feel bad because this is something that you do, and they know they're trying to get under your skin. Really, you know what I mean?
I know, but they're not. So it's all good.
No, of course
you don't see how piling on is publicly
shitty. But they think they are. It's funny.
God damn, you need impatience. Like if only I could get it. Nothing would make me happier than like checking into an institution for 2 weeks and not having anything to worry about.
We could all use a vacation.
Look, nothing I've said publicly have I not said privately, and I think he gets shit on, and I think it's time for him to stand up, and so I wasn't shitting on him. I was trying to get him to stand up. But I'll tell you what, man, I am perfectly. My email is out there. And I'm perfectly happy to have you email me, and we could talk about it. And and I let Ray shit on me all the time. Yeah. So what do I care?
No, you have a mutual friendship of ball busting, and if he doesn't get it, he's a comic. I mean, why wouldn't he? You're doing a show. He knows that you're busting his balls. If you say something on a show, I hope he would get it. You know, if he doesn't, that's his problem. And who cares what this Mr. Globe person says? So
there's a Man Whore podcast that's backstage, who I don't know who it is, and I do think I know who this is. I hope we don't get porn bombed.
Yeah.
What do you want to see my cock?
Buddy.
Here's the thing about Ray DeVito.
It's this guy,
Shuli Egar. He hates him. He won't admit it. He hates Schmuel. That's all I got.
All right. Thank you for sharing.
Who's that? Ray DeVito? Who's that?
This is Carlos Danger.
No, I know who that is.
This is
I
the
was joking.
infamous and good looking with his
And
Christmas
he's-
tree in the background.
Yeah, he's right up for. He's holiday friendly. The next holiday is definitely Christmas.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear
Can
us?
you hear us?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Sorry, pal.
No, I just saw I had the link there. I was at work. You're talking about Ray DeVito?
Yep.
Well, we were trying to get off the Ray DeVito subject, but
Will we get pulled back in? It's
I got
easy.
pulled
There was a
back
guy
in.
shitting on Schmuel, saying he's not a good friend to Ray because he's talking about him on a podcast where it's nothing he wouldn't say in private.
It's the Dabbleverse.
Exactly. But we have to answer these people. The glows that I can glow.
Somebody called me
This-
the white Joey C. All right, I'm blind. All right, I had to get glasses finally. I
This
do
is
look like the white
White
Joey C.
Joey
This is
C.
Carlos Danger, my friend. This is Carlos Danger. Hey, so speaking of Joey C, the hell's going on? I see
I have
he's
no idea.
striking and getting struck and fighting back and all the usual Joey C stuff. I was hoping somebody knew about it.
I just know what you just said. I'm not
Yeah, me
following
too.
anything. That's why, I feel bad. I only watch MLC. I was highly offended by your shit about Ray last night and how he should do it for money and do it for this and blah blah blah. Ray DeVito would be nowhere if it wasn't for Kevin Brennan, Schmuel.
But where
Channel
is
would
he
not
that-
be monetized.
where is he that wasn't he monetized? He was monetized before Brennan though.
No. Nope. Nope.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I thought it was
was-
all Schmuel did. I thought Schmuel did everything for him.
Nah, no. He was on his way up. Shuley put him over the top, but it was definitely there would be no Ray DeVito wouldn't be anywhere if it wasn't for Brennan. How quickly we
See,
forget.
But the thing is, everybody knew. All right. So in my world of comedians and in New York, everybody knew Ray from before. I mean, that was the joke, right? The joke was you'd meet a guy like Aaron Berg who'd say, "I'd known Ray for 20 years. I can't believe we're having a conversation about him." Right?
I
Right.
think
Like-
in the Dabbleverse world, no one knew about Ray.
No one knew him in
until-
the Dabbleverse world, but they knew him
No.
in the comedy world. So that wasn't that big of a jump, at least for me.
Well, isn't Dave Sarah the resident comedy expert? Coke Zero. Did you hear about Ray DeVito
Yes.
prior
Yeah.
to like
Oh, yeah.
5 years ago?
No.
5 years ago ish. I mean, like 2018, 2019 is probably when I first heard about him. I've been listening to Brennan and Compound Media. He's been on Compound Media and stuff. He was on Red Bar even 4 or 5 years ago. I mean, I know you guys didn't know about him. This is how obscure my comedy genius is.
Yeah, for
All
me,
right,
he's so unforgettable or forgettable. Not unforgettable. Gee.
So, Carlos, this person has disagreed with me all night, but this is the point that I was trying to get across yesterday. Kevin Brennan didn't buy the right to abuse Ray for the rest of his life because he got some notoriety from MLC. This is so fucking sick. You all need God.
All right.
Now,
Well,
the
then I
last
don't want
two
to see you in
sentences-
MLC.
Hey.
That's Akon glows, but that was my point.
I think
That
they're
was my
fucking
point
with you.
about Ray getting paid by Kevin. It's just like
Wait,
if he's
wait,
going to
bring
go
that
on and
back
Kevin's
up.
going to
I
abuse him,
gotta
he should
read-
at least get paid for it.
But I mean, what did it say? He didn't buy the right, but that's the show. That's what Brennan's gonna do. Ray is totally his best showcase is when he's on MLC. And I'll share or I'll steal what beloved Chatter said yesterday. Some of the advice he's getting, if you look at Ray's views right now and his money, it's taken a nosedive. I mean, like it or not, when he's with Brennan, when he goes on there, when he takes that abuse, when he fights back at times, people watch and people give him money. I think this whole thing he's doing now of hiding when he's on, changing his times, doesn't benefit him at all. He should,
No.
if he's not going to go on Brennan, at least do a podcast at the same time every night, or whenever you're going to do
That's
it.
how
Carlos, I think
dumb.
we all-
That's how
I think
dumb
we
Ray
all
is.
agree
He
with that.
doesn't fight back with KB. He could easily fucking make him, some money off of just the fight back. Just have a set of fucking nuts. It's actually embarrassing.
And I don't know what he was doing. The last 2 times he went on, he just seemed depressed. It was just like low key depressed Ray. I can only
That's
assume
always
that's
him,
Schmuel's
isn't it?
influence. He's like adopting
He was-
Schmuel's personality.
We had fun last night, he and I. But no, I look. What you're
Maybe you
saying
brought
is
it out.
that's the thing with Ray. But that becomes the question: is look, he could be in the Dabbleverse and he could make money off it, but it's gonna result in a certain amount of abuse.
Right.
He
Or
had to fucking
He
ask
could
like
not be
other
in the
comics.
Dabbleverse, and he's not gonna make money.
No,
And maybe he
he's
has some
afraid
sanity
to be.
over
He's
that.
afraid to jump into it as he should, and he's stupid not to. He had to ask Joe Lisk if it was okay if he had retards, and Joe's like, "What the? Who cares? You fucking idiot!" Like,
It's been a while with this. I can't believe we're still talking about Ray.
yeah, well, this is what we do. We're waxing poetically about
Ray hasn't come
DeVito.
up in a really long time. He only came up yesterday because I was on a show, and then I haven't been on a show in a long time.
Schmuel has to basically
night.
say that he's friends with Ray. He wasn't trying to shit on him, but even if you just talk a little bit common sense about Ray, people think you're shitting on him because Ray's so stupid.
Well, yeah, he has. I've noticed he's built like somebody called them minions. He has all of a sudden people who are defending him. When I was on his show, there was none of that. Mammy hated him, right? The Klein hosts shit on him. All the people that are now there for him all shit on him on a daily basis on that. Or I didn't shit on him, but we're the way
I think they
these
just like to
chats
shit
are.
on people too, though. That's part of their agenda.
Right, it's
is
part of the
shitting
It's
on
thing.
almost like it's all fake.
Yeah,
Well, it's
maybe.
like Acan. What is this guy's name? Acan Glows. Hey, Carlos.
That's
Big
not a
fan.
real. They're
You're
bringing up
still in
weird
touch
shit.
with Ito Scheckler, like Leo Gunn.
Yeah. Once you bring up Scheckler, and then like now you're Scheckler now too, and I think Scheckler's a weirdo. Like I think everything he's ever done is fucking strange, and I've been saying that for over a year. So
Yeah, I
even
got
before he
shit-
came out as a weirdo, I knew he was a weirdo.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. There was this when Ray went on. I don't know. He went on a show one night, and he went off on me as the Scheckler stuff was breaking. Right.
Yeah.
And then he basically said that I celebrated Scheckler. I thought his videos were fucking hilarious. I did. I'm not gonna take that back. I did say that. But he implied that like I knew or something like that. And I started to get shit from people saying Carlos knew. Like I assume everybody in the Dabbleverse, like
Yeah, we all did.
Probably 20% of them are child molesters, I guess. I
Oh
don't
wait, no,
know.
wait, what? I
just
saying,
jumped
I don't know what
in. I
anybody's
jumped
up
in and
to.
answered that
Right.
before I heard the question.
Pretty big number there,
Oh,
Carlos.
The only
Ken
thing-
Glow's going to be on me now.
The only
thing
I heard-
Pedophile.
The only thing I heard about Scheckler was that like he was a weird guy and that he had ghosted. He was in some type of relationship with a female chatter and ghosted him. That was the extent of what I heard. But I know, like, there's people posting shit from years ago, but like not everybody lives on the internet to that extent. So there are people who didn't know anything. Ray texted me in like May, right? I think it was exactly in May. And he said that they hired a private investigator and found out that Scheckler was a harasser of women. And I said to him, "Who's your source, Ray?" I sent him the clip from Platoon where Sergeant Barnes says, check your fire, right? Or Tom Berenger. I was like, "Ray, you can't." He said trolls. He said trolls sent him that info.
I'm sure it's not Dooms, Paya, or Stalin 19, or Citizen M,
think they
or
set
one of
him up for
those
that?
wonderful people. No, I'm just saying that, like, it could be one of multitude of
Yeah, these guys are
People.
easily trollable.
like. And Ray
that-
is the easiestly trollable.
And that's what I said to him. I was like, "Ray, you got to be careful because it could be somebody just trying to get you to out." Because he also gave me a name. He doxed the guy. And I mean, I looked it up. I couldn't find anything on him really in terms of criminal records or federal database shit or any of that stuff. Nothing was on Pacer. But I was like, "Ray, they're probably trying to get you to dox an innocent person. Be careful. It's much easier for a private citizen to sue you for defamation as a public figure than the other way around." And somehow that became, I warned him, according to Ray, about Scheckler. I don't
hope he
know what
doesn't
he
think-
means by that. I warned him about Little Mir. I did do that. And
Oh,
Shaq.
Little Mir's.
Well, Dave was
Mirror's
just on
fine.
that show.
Little Mir's harmless compared to some of these other clowns.
Well, it's just the,
So-
the way
No, I'm
the way
with-
Ray confuses things. It's
All right,
just
Oh,
like,
sure.
I'm gonna put this post up, and this is again from
Damn, you're
Akon
giving this
Glows.
person so much
Ray is gray
glaze.
rocking KB. KB needs to be abusive to him, and everyone cheers it on. Not everyone is willing to sell themselves for abuse like a whore. You might be, but own it. And that was my point to Ray: is if you're going to go on for free and be abused, at least get paid for it. That's what I was trying to get across.
it's $25.
Now they're
a show
calling. Now they're calling us pedophiles in here because you said 1 out of 4 people is a pedophile. So that means one of us is a pedophile.
No, I'm the one.
Thanks,
Just
Carlos.
Blame it on me.
It was
I'm
one
too
out of it was
lazy.
1 out of 5.
I'm the winner.
20, not 25%.
Treat
Whatever
me
you said.
accordingly.
I was
I'm
reading
just
the
saying, I
chat.
mean, who knows what anybody's up to? You know,
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, Carlos. That sounds like you're up to something. Stop it.
I was just at a budget meeting. I mean, you can fucking track
Nah,
me
we
by
get it.
timestamps.
No, we got you. We got you.
Zero
I ain't
increase in
even
Derby,
fucking-
Connecticut.
I
No
ain't-
new taxes.
We're all easily tracked, I think.
I mean, I'm
So-
literally out of every single person here, except for I see Dan and everybody else in chat. I'm literally the only person that uses their real name, and it's not even my real name. So everybody here wants to start talking about this and that. I put my name on it. If I want to talk about Ray, I'll talk about Ray. You want to talk about Ray? Put your fucking name on it, you cowards. So go suck
Oh.
my dick, Akon Glows.
Well, no, I mean that. You're
I've been
talking
here
to
for
me
way
too,
too
I
long for
guess.
some nobody to come here and call me and tell me what I should not be saying. I'll say whatever the fuck I want. Schmuel will say whatever the fuck he wants also. So you don't like Kevin doing this and that? I don't want to see you in his chat then. Or reveal yourself so we can publicly expose you for being a fraud.
Oh,
I don't know what to tell you.
See, this is
But
where it
name's
gets
not really
this is
Schmuel
where
Button?
this
I
is
don't
where
think
it
he's
gets
that out of
pathetic,
line.
right?
I
Akon
don't know.
Glows. Dave,
No,
go
no.
do another line junkie. That's where it gets pathetic. It's like we
Oh.
don't have an answer, so we're gonna go for the lowest hanging
Original.
fruit, right? All right.
You're
So now you're
Oh,
just
shit.
copying Kevin Brennan and calling me a junkie. And like, so get your own act.
Man, a win for the
Wow.
blows.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't know.
Oh, it gets heated here. Heated.
It's not heated. It's just
All
whatever.
right, so Carlos,
It's like,
I gotta
people
ask the
tell me-
question. What
you want
is it
people
that
to
you and
name the names.
what is it that you and Liam are planning?
Hmm?
KB said you and Liam are working on a project.
That's the first I've heard of it. Eating?
It's a Dorito surprise. Taco meat, Doritos.
Yeah, we're gonna do a
salsa.
foot race. We're gonna do a 3-legged race.
You could have an
No,
eating
no,
contest.
I
I
mean,
heard
did-
your name in an eating contest of hot dogs.
Really? I
Yeah,
was in a
yeah.
punch
Like,
eating contest like a year
instead
ago.
of the basketball contest with Ray and Chad, it's going to be you and someone else eating hot dogs. I swear I saw that somewhere on Twitter, dude.
I'll do
See,
it.
that
Sign me up.
Hackmania should have a hot dog eating contest. That's
Maybe I thought of that. I just
speaking to
jumped
your
at it.
community, man.
The
They're gonna have a
basketball
butter.
thing, though.
They're having
like,
a butter eating contest.
it's
But
fucking,
but
that's
actually-
comedy gold, dude.
I think won't butter sober you up a little bit if you just like eat like a fucking nice.
So
Fat
bad for
little-
you.
I can't imagine
bad, but I
eating.
think
I can't imagine eating a pound of butter or whatever the fuck
Not
it
a
is.
pound, but like a
I can't
fucking
even-
nice
I can't-
sliv.
No, they're going to have a contest where people eat like is it
Sticks of
it's a-
butter.
sticks of butter. I think up to a pound.
Oh, okay.
I
well,
picture
that's
that.
retarded.
Remember the "We for a We" contest in Florida?
The guy died.
You drink all the water, and the woman died from the
That was a
like
woman,
overdose
yeah.
of water. I'm waiting for that. That's
She
what
drowned.
Hackmania will become famous for.
My neighbor's
Death
Yorkie
by
died
butter.
from drinking too much water. That's how dumb they are. Should have just ate the dog.
The dog drowned itself.
Yeah, it started having fucking seizures because it was drinking so much fucking water. Its stomach was hitting the floor.
Ugh.
Wow, Dave, this is like the insult of insults, man. Dave
Yeah,
should
dude.
pair up with Stevie Lou.
I don't think this person's a fan of your show.
No, I think they've reached desperation levels. And going for the fat is such a low, like talk about low hanging fruit, right? Like how much can you say about that over and over again?
Who?
You
Who's
know,
fat?
I don't know. But suggesting that Carlos be in an eating contest
All right.
might make you think
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
But
No, it
Carlos,
was in the talk about the basketball.
yeah, Carlos, you haven't
contest.
been around. You haven't been around for a while, so now you're popping back in. What are you thinking of the Dabbleverse? Is it on a decline? Is it headed on a downward slope, or just changing? Or what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, to me, I just don't watch as much as I used to. Like I can't say whether it's slowing down or it sucks or it's not funny. It's such a subjective question, but I just find myself watching MLC on a regular basis, especially the Saturday shows. I watch this. I watch this for 5 minutes. I'll tune in to
Give a thumbs up.
BYB a little bit for a couple of minutes to see who Quadfather's trying to put the kibosh on. Or
But you and Dave Sauer are to blame for this show, because Dave encouraged me to do it. Then we did it, and you sent me a complimentary DM, and I was like, "Whoa, we're in for it." So now the rest of the planet gets to suffer.
I do. I mean, the shows that I guess I'm into are like the fan shows, right? Because that's what I was doing. It was just like a week in review. Hey, here's some clips of other people being funny, and then my bad take on it. And Schmuel, I think you've inherited that. I mean, you're doing that. Like I agree with nothing that you say, but I like the way you say it. You're not a dick.
I used to enjoy the You and the Sorcerer shows on Saturday night with Kevin.
Yeah,
those were fun. I like the Sorcerer a lot, and I like the fact that you two guys could ask questions of each other, and you're reasonably intelligent instead of Stevie Lou. When the Sorcerer explains something and Stevie Lou, no, you're wrong.
No, you're
I barely
not wrong.
graduated high school.
The fucking the best shows Kevin does are with people like you, Carlos, and Dave, and that's about it, in my opinion.
I think Gino's been great. I know Crumb.
I did like that. I like that.
I really liked it.
Karmic X was on the other day. He's a good chatter. I enjoyed that. He was getting shit on.
He went a little bystander. He went a little bystander for a little while. Kind of just became a fan for a little too long. But yeah.
Well, I was watching him through Melton's eyes, and that
kind
was
of sitting there watching.
That was not good for him.
Well, I mean, I like Carmex. He's a good guy.
He is.
But him and MKE, what did look like a fuck fest. It looked like just a glazing.
I had dropped out by that
glazing
point.
again.
I've never seen Karmic, but I know him from Dixon's show.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. He was chattering there.
He was like a really good chatter in Dixon's show.
He has his own show on YouTube too. I noticed. Yeah.
I've been watching. The other one I'm watching is the Povo's Clown Town, of course.
Yeah, you guys they're getting a lot of heat. Dude. Oh, I got a question for you guys. On Twitter, there's a white guy's comedy. Who is that on Twitter?
Brennan.
That's
is that Brennan? Okay, because he's blocked me through on his old account, so this is his new account. So I guess I see that because he started a new account. Oh, I'm gonna follow him and then DM him, and tell him he fucking jumped the horse jumped the shark. Like
jump the horse. Yeah. Fucking.
I don't like MLC. I think he sucks. By the way, you tell him I said that, Dave.
Okay.
I think it'll cause him losing sleep tonight once he hears that. Does. There at Crumb.
I hope it does.
He's probably sniping us actually.
Tell him Crumbone thinks he fucking sucks. Just like that.
Well, I'm sure it'll ruin his day.
I hope it does. That's what I'm doing it for.
I've built my life.
Fuck. Carlos, you played golf today. Yeah.
I'm sorry, Dave. What?
Sorry, I was just saying I played golf today.
Oh, good for you.
Thanks, buddy.
Carlos, you're not going to ChillerCon, are you?
No, I've been there many times. I haven't gone in a while, but I'm not going to that one. It's a good time, right? Lots of beer, prostitutes. It'll be right up John's alley. He'll have a great time.
Well,
you talking about golfing?
Parsippany is it. What happens? These like the Comic-Con guys. Are there always a lot of prostitutes in those places, or is that just?
I've never been to a Comic-Con. I've only been to horror conventions and the first Dabbleverse show, whatever the hell it's called. DabbleCon. Is that what it's called? DabbleCon.
DabbleCon.
In Rochester in the Blizzard.
Tons of prostitutes there, right?
No, just Cardiff. But they're like
hand jobs.
the chiller was always, it was
It was better.
I don't know. It was just a giant kind of party, and then you're walking down the hallway, and there's like Rerun, but before he was dead, sitting in the hallway signing autographs on like a
Oh
on a desk.
God.
It's really low rent, the cast.
Yeah,
of,
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just anybody. It's just the extras
Whoever.
from the Warriors, the Iron Sheik when he was alive. It's a good time.
But that's Iron
he's
Sheik's a
dead?
good one though. Yeah, he
Iron
recently,
Sheik.
maybe a few years ago, died.
He still
Yeah.
tweets. How's he dead?
Does
Yeah,
he
his-
still tweet really?
His estate lives on.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a concept.
But it's good. Like you go on a Friday, at least when I used to go. I mean, I guess it's gotten a lot more crowded, but there'd be Edward James almost getting drunk at the bar. And I could see like maybe John, if he lets his hair down a little bit, he might be there Friday night letting people buy him drinks.
Edward James almost is our biggest high school grad, like from our high school. And then I went to winter formal with his niece. That was good
Oh.
times.
Leo
Everybody-
Gunn, Parsippany hotels loaded with hookers.
I bet. But we used to because it's in East LA, and my mom, my aunt went to Garfield, my mom went to Montebello High, I went to Montebello High. It's all in East LA. They always play Stand and Deliver. Like it's fucking you have to watch Stand and Deliver 4 times in your K through 12 life if you grow up in East LA public schools.
I was
I've
forced
seen
to
it.
think about him this week because they had Lorraine Bracco in the New York Post that she's like looking for love in her 70s, and Edward James is her ex-husband.
Yeah,
Oh, no
Mm.
shit.
bro, his face, even in real life, it looks like just a 60-year-old
Bucky?
leather mitt, leather glove, like a fucking
Bucky?
fucking catcher's glove.
Yeah, perpetually
So-
pissed off.
I
It's
saw
fucking
I
brutal.
saw an ad. I don't know whether I saw it on Twitter or in the Dabbleverse for ChillerCon, and it's $50 for a photo, and then autographs are separate, and you negotiate the autograph signing with the talent at their table.
Sweet,
Right.
dude.
So there's going to be a room where you take your photographs, and you can a maximum of 2 people.
Yeah, there's
I
all
don't know.
sorts of different levels. It's gotten weird. When I went, it was just you get an autograph, you could take a picture. Most of the time, they used to have panels at these things too, where they'd have like whatever the stars of Friday the 13th, Part 3. But yeah, now it's very much an autograph show where people will wait, 8 hours to get Freddy Krueger's autograph. It's all changed. It used to just be degenerates and, like Leo Gunn said, just prostitutes.
I remember Leo Gunn. I remember bodyguarding Charles Durning during one of those conventions once. Sweet old man, but he pissed himself.
Yes, that's it. Send Leo the link.
I always think of that scene is it The Wrestler, the Mickey Rourke movie, where he goes to like the middle school on a Saturday morning, and all the old wrestlers are there with the bags of piss at the bottom of their legs.
Oh right,
They're-
yeah,
They're all pissing into bags. But
nice.
I've never seen that movie.
I saw it once. It's not bad, but I don't know if I'd like revisit it.
It makes me sad. I don't want to see.
Right.
I don't like watching sad shit.
You know what I started watching, which I thought was pretty good. I wasn't expecting to like it. I thought it was going to be kind of cringy, which was quite endearing. I got to watch the rest of it. I wanted to watch it on Rumble with maybe some on the channel. Was Gilbert Gottfried's documentary. I thought it was.
Oh yeah,
It's a trip to because I hadn't even seen like a trailer or anything, and it's like he's exactly what you would imagine him to be.
yeah.
Exactly how you'd imagine him to be. Just
There-
kind of
there-
closed off, don't know what to do.
Hoarder.
Right. There's that scene in there though where he goes to it's like in Washington D.C., right? And he's at like a black tie event with just money oozing around the room, and he gets up and he does a total Gilbert Gottfried set
Hmm.
and just fucks and shits and Nazis and just everything flying all around. And you can see the audience at first, they're mortified, and then they just can't help but laugh. So
He was a good guy. Rest in
The only
peace.
thing I remember from him is his Opie and Anthony appearances when they would just bust on him for fucking taking home shit from like Rich Voss, like stuff from hotels and like bags of the hair nets and soap
Yeah, shampoo,
and
That's-
food.
soap.
Maybe
it's in
it's a
the-
comic thing. I don't know.
He
It's
would
in
be
the
on
docu-
Stern.
it's in
He
the
would sit in for the
documentary.
news, and it was
Oh,
the
is it?
best ever. He would sit on the news, and every horrible story, he would do his laugh. He's
I remember him
fucking
on
great.
Stern, yeah. But he would do that documentary, I think, opens with him. He's going to do gigs and he's taking like Bolt bus from over on the west
Yeah.
side.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
And he's like in line with people.
Little
and
Asian ladies.
his wife Dara, he's driving her crazy because he comes home with he stays at like the Holiday Inn Express and he's
Yeah.
negotiating with them for extra bottles of shampoo and
Yeah.
can I have slippers, and he washes his socks in the sink.
Yeah, and his underwear or something, or yeah, socks. Yeah.
Very funny guy. All right, let's get through some of these chats here.
Yeah, your
Leo
chat
Gunn.
kicked ass. They're fucking hilarious.
I met classy
Best chat
Freddie
in the game,
Blassie
yeah.
at a convention once too. He was so old, could barely stand, but a sweetheart of a man.
Pencil neck geek.
Like when you meet me, Leo. All right. Ozone. Ozone's not a fan, but we'll read his chat. Ozone. What's sad is that Schmuel's podcast is upper mid-tier by current Dabbleverse standards, and there's only 25 people watching, which is a record high. I don't think it's a record,
I
but
happen to like Ozone.
I am happy with 25. Hey
He's
man, when I hit 100
absolutely right.
subscribers, I was happy.
That's
And speaking of that,
righteous people.
Ozone, how about everybody that can hit like and subscribe? That would be awesome.
This shit mid as fuck.
And
Right.
let's go down. Mint Diggity, his laugh was funny. Gilbert was the best. He wasn't afraid of
I mean,
anything.
Like the thing that got me back into just thinking and remembering him was obviously that episode of the AA show with Artie and Anthony, and like they had Gilbert on, and it's just like an hour of, you know, it's hard to explain, ball busting and references that only 50-plus-year-old men would understand or get. Is just
His
it's great.
podcast was good
Loved it.
too. Did you ever listen to the amazing?
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, a couple
Weird.
of them, not every single one. Yeah.
I found that Frank Santo, the Padre guy, a little bit tedious.
Schmuel, you son of a bitch. Pot calling the kettle black. You found him tedious?
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
He seemed
What are
very
we?
full of him. He seemed very full of. I was like, I want to hear Gilbert. I don't want to hear you,
Maybe he was dying of cancer at the time. Schmuel have a heart.
Frank.
I hope he was
I think
dying of
still
AIDS.
kicking.
No, Gilbert, so he couldn't talk as much as he wanted to. So Frank was
Gilbert-
helping him out. He's trying to carry him. Have no heart,
Ah.
Schmuel.
Did he
Gilbert
die of
has to be the
cancer?
best
Yeah.
laughter of all time. Literally every comic that talked about him made him come off like a stereotypical Jew. R.I.P. Check out his appearance on the Saget roast. You know, I do remember him listening to him when he was on Stern, and some woman from like the ADL or something called in to get mad, and he just went after her, and it was probably one of the funniest moments on radio that I can remember. So.
Cloris
check it out.
Leachman. Cloris Leachman is so old that her tits are labeled whites only and colored.
Oh, what do you guys think of the Dabbleverse? I'm out of it. I have no real opinion. I'm not paying attention as much as I used to. But is it starting to finally unravel?
I'll say for me, I honestly don't watch that much myself either. Like you, I don't even watch MLC. I mean, I'll check into the Schmuel show or BYB and nice podcast too, but here and there. But that's about it. And the Pineapple Show with Rochi sometimes.
Okay, I've
That's
never
about it.
seen that, but I'm aware.
It's
of
like
it.
it's like you said, dude. I watch more of the fan shows than the actual shows, and I don't even watch them that much.
I don't mean to. I got to put this up
Aussie
since
guy too.
he's all the way from Perth. The Aussie guy, since Husey has put my name out there a million times,
enough.
am I allowed to
Fair
comment,
enough.
Dave?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'll allow it. I'll
You're
allow it.
allowed. Everyone's
Yeah, I
allowed.
mean, I think that's what it is, dude. The shows like KB for me, he's just annoying, and he just babbles about the same shit. Whatever is bothering him that's what his show is about. And then for NLO, I don't watch that much because it's just about Steel Toe, and I can't stand that shit. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't know.
Patrick made me hate Steel Toe so much I couldn't watch Patrick anymore.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What about the new
That's-
anti-Karen show that Shuli is trying? Does anybody think that's
I've never
funny?
watched Shuli, so I'm out on
Ever
that.
since day
Never.
one. You never.
No, Can't stand that.
Goddamn.
Oh, I was watching. I watched a lot of Shuli up until maybe about a year or so ago. I still catch it. Anti-Karen though, even though I like KB and I don't mind Shuli, and for some reason the show it's not clicking for me. And it sort of feels like they're them clearly just trying to grift is not the right word, but like they're just trying to take like another popular
They're trying
thing
too
and-
hard.
It's like they're
Well,
taking another
I think I
popular
know what
thing
you're
and trying to
saying.
shit on that. You know
They're
what I
taking
mean?
Stuttering John, not just the format, but even some of the insults and the gags and the way
Yeah.
they would exploit John on camera and just applying it to Kevin Brennan. And I'm just
Mm.
surprised it just seems so not lazy, but yeah, it doesn't work to me. But I mean, it's not
it's
going to
not
work for
even-
me because I like KB, but I'm shocked at how bad it is.
It's partly. I
Yeah.
think part of it is also when they
I'm not
laugh
shocked.
at KB. It's like, all right, well, you laughed. So now whatever you say after this, or if you said it's funny, like now whatever you say after this has no standing anymore. It doesn't hold water. It's like, same way with KB. When Kumia was reviewing Kevin's thing, he goes, "Okay, now that was funny," and then he proceeds to explain all the reasons why it's wrong to do that to a police officer. Okay, we get it. That's why to me it's kind of it's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
I don't think it's
I
fake,
love it
though,
all.
when KB does that. I think he genuinely likes Kumia, and he does make him laugh. He hates him and likes him.
I think they both
it's
like each
being
other.
married.
Does he really dislike Shuli, or is that just character?
I think he hates Shuli.
Yeah,
I think he really just like.
I think
he
everything
really
KB
dislikes Carl.
does is an act. It's all
They're those
fucking
two things.
fake.
I don't think he hates Ray.
No.
I don't even think he really even hates Neil. I think he really hates Shuli and
I watch
Carl
Chad
enough.
too. I do check into Chad actually. I should have said that. He's.
I think he likes. I don't know. I know in some weird way. I think KB likes Ray. Like he's just frustrated
like
that
Ray.
he can't get Ray
to
do the right thing. And
it's like how you
it
like.
goes
Ray,
back to
Schmuel.
that. Hold on. It goes back to that thing that Carlos said earlier, where KB was telling Ray to do the show at the same time every day to be consistent, and just to be annoying, Ray didn't do it. And it's
Right.
almost like all the advice that he was given, he didn't do, and KB gets frustrated with him. But it's really abusive, though. I mean, I wouldn't put up with it.
Like
No,
I don't doubt.
I don't know how he does.
Like I don't doubt that. Okay,
It's
like
a comedy show, though, right? I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if it's actual abuse.
It's
Yeah,
abuse,
exactly. It's-
Carlos.
I
It's
don't.
abuse.
I don't find it abuse. The people who find it abusive are the same people who call Brian Callen's canceling his trauma. Go fuck yourself. Okay, it's not
So,
his
yeah,
trauma.
I would probably
Yes,
agree with you if I
Michael
didn't
Malice.
know Ray. Like it really
Right.
affects. Like that's the thing.
yeah.
Is it like it affects Ray?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Ray is traumatized for sure about it.
Sam Bibley, Shuli's channel is
Okay.
aesthetically punishing to watch, like how some restaurants are deliberately ugly so you get takeout. His channel looks like he doesn't want to stay. And then there's the sounds. Yeah, there's a lot of there's too much of the crap that goes on, the Morse verse and the constant drops and
The drops
I don't know,
are.
it feels
too much.
it
The
feels
drop
like
heavy
they should be
shows.
I can't handle the songs.
when it's weak.
It's like overproduced. It's like a
Yeah,
like a
overproduced.
70s prog rock almost to some extent.
Yeah,
This is why Chad's starting to get into me lately with the Roadcaster, the fucking drops. You gotta drop some of the drops, bro. Too
the
much.
my dad is 80. Hey, my dad's
God bless
82.
your dad.
I'm,
Good for him.
I'm 39. So
My
look at that age
mother-in-law's
difference.
80. Yeah,
Kevin Brennan is going to be 65 in May, and his
80.
children are not even 18 yet.
Oof.
I think he sees Ray as yes, Ray's 50. There's probably no chance in hell that he could have had Ray as a child. But the fact that Ray acts like he's 25 or 30, it's like his last stand with him. He's like, you're going to become a man soon. I'm not going to be here much longer, Ray. You're going to become a man soon. You're going to have to go out there and take care of your family. And it's like he's trying to give him,
idiot, ready. And yeah,
and
that's
he can't give him, and it's like he feels trapped because he can't give that to his son yet because his son's still under his tutelage.
But
Well, he gets a lot. He does. Look, he's gotten a lot of advice from a lot of people, and I know even Carlos, who's a pretty stable fella, right, with a decent life. It's like it gets hard after a while when you're just like when somebody just constantly steps on rakes. it's really hard. You get tired and frustrated.
Right. Yeah. And I don't hate Ray. Like I really don't hate the guy. I get pissed at him, and I got pissed at him, but I beat him in a roast battle right before Christmas, so I'm proud of that. But I honestly I don't think Ray's a bad guy or anything like that. I don't think he's a sex fiend.
Oh,
No,
He's definitely perverted, but not a sex fiend.
he's asexual at best.
It was asexual day the other day. They actually have.
You got to see
day
him.
for that.
OJ used to talk about it, and I've actually seen it in action. Like Ray will perform, and chicks will come up to him after the performance, and it's like they want to talk to him, like they want to get to know him. Like, oh, he's the performer, and there's nothing.
And he's like a dog. He just goes immediately to smell their butt. Like he just does something that's so complete. Like, whoa,
He just,
get your nose out of my crotch, Ray.
he just, what do you call it? But he does. It's like he doesn't. It's like he doesn't want them to like him because he's a performer. Do you remember? John Popper, the guy from Blues Travelers.
Oh yeah, dude.
He's fatter.
So
than
he
this.
used to get all pissed off that chicks would love his voice, right? They didn't love him for him, just his voice. And I'm reminded
the
of that
harmonica.
with Ray. And it's
You're
just
saying
like,
Ray's a tortured artist?
dude,
I
I think Ray's a tortured artist. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's been he's having I think we talked about this a little bit yesterday. He's having a little bit of difficulty with the internet thing, which is wild still to me. But it's like he goes to the stand and he sees the clear-cut hierarchy of not only the comics, but also between the comics and the people. So when you're already just in the upper group, you have this vision about what your life is. And then because, oh my God, you're so great on stage over there. Like you get that every once in a while from girls or guys or whatever. So that I'm not saying it goes to your head, but you come online and all those lines are completely destroyed. They mean nothing. Everybody's back on the same field. Now people are looking at your subscriber count and your view count, and it's like this easily statistic. And I think he hates that. He hates the idea that like he would rather just, if the chat didn't even exist, he would rather just go on and just do these shows about non-Dabbleverse things, whatever he wants to do, and then just hope that people send him super chats regarding other things.
But that's like
he got caught in the trap, and he can't get out of the Dabbleverse, dude. There's he's got no podcast foothold other than the Dabbleverse. That's it.
And that's why he gets so pissed when somebody like me, who's beneath him in his mind, speaks back.
Oh yeah,
Ari Jane, like he has that whole pecking order that is exists in the real world, but doesn't exist in this shitverse.
But this is the artist.
I won't take his messages.
I apologize, but I have to jump off. I have.
Thank you so much for coming in. Just having you here was great.
Peace.
Thank you.
Good seeing you, Carlos.
How do I get out of here? Leave an open uploads page.
You want me to remove you?
Just leave studio down the bottom. Oh my God, he pulled her.
Did that quick. So DW1227, Schmuel doesn't like KB, yet is surrounded by everyone obsessed with KB. I don't like to spend my life around people that agree with me. I mean, that's the...
I wouldn't say that I'm obsessed. I just watch every day, buy voodoo dolls with his face and his
I don't
body
like
on it.
KB.
It's a huggable pillow. Text them things.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm not obsessed.
What was up with those pillows you bought? I was going to ask you about that. I saw on your Twitter. What were those? Why? What were those?
I'm double cucking over here. I'm cucking for not only Schmuel from buying it from Schmuel, but I'm cucking for KB because
I see now. They're Karen pillows from Schmuel.
I'll be right back.
Voodoo.
I got you.
And there's the extra large one is a 44-inch one, so it's like this big.
Oh wow!
I get to hug it.
And they're Kevin. They're Kevin.
Yeah, they're Kevin.
Oh,
yeah.
You
I'm gonna have Kumia sign one of them. I bought the merch. I'm gonna go see.
There's some. I mean, I bought merch. I got a couple of hats from here and there. You know what I mean? You gotta get that merch.
I got a hat. The hat.
I got the hat. I got the sweatshirt.
Yeah, I guess Kumia, Gavin, and Josh Denny. I got a message from Josh Denny fan on Twitter. He goes, "Hey, you gonna go to this?" I'm like, "Yep."
I know they're doing a tour. They're doing a little tour. They're going to be at the Boca Black Box, dude.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Go to it.
Yeah.
Go to that
I'm
shit.
not going.
I'm gonna go to
I'm not going.
You don't want to be on a list?
No, that's like 7
I wanna-
hours for me, and there's no way I'm going to that. No, I mean I love Kumia.
This was on the 19th.
That's the only person out of that group that I would pay to see.
Kumi is the only one of all the fucking people that I care to ever meet or see in person or meet that I haven't met. Kumi is the only one. Everybody else I
Yeah.
can give a fuck about.
I mean,
Well,
Gavin's
I
alright.
Louis I've seen in person.
I don't dislike Gavin McGinnis, but I wouldn't
I don't
go
care.
out of my way to see any of them.
Louis, I mean, the only people I ever really cared about like seeing or meeting, like when I say meet, I kind of want to just see them. I just want to see like Kumi. I want to see Kumi live, like on a live
Who
thing.
else though? Who else is
Louis,
in Louis CK?
Louis, yeah.
Look at my profile
yeah.
picture, dude. That's me and Louis CK.
Yeah, I know.
He was not happy. Did not like my interaction.
Why? What did he say?
Well, he didn't say anything. He
Oh.
was just. You could tell he didn't want to.
You didn't want to take a picture?
No.
Oh.
No.
You just forced him.
He was directing Bobby Kelly's special, and I was backstage.
Ugh.
I was backstage with him, and I was the only person in the room that approached him for a picture.
Is that Louis?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Damn. So you saw Bobby Kelly? You saw Bobby Kelly's 1099s?
Oh, I saw him. What?
You saw Bobby Kelly's 1099s then?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you saw people were there. I mean, did he sell? How did he do?
The show. It was his last special, not
Killbox.
not his newest one. It was the Killbox one. Yeah,
Killbox.
That's where I was. It was in St. Pete in Chad country.
Was it good? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, it was good. I mean, have you seen the special?
I haven't
It's
seen
Bobby.
Killbox.
It was good. I had seen him do that show a few times before, and it was always funny as fuck, dude. It was cool. I was actually watching because Louis C.K. was running around the place directing it, so I was kind of watching him do his show.
Yeah, sick. That's what I would be doing, dude.
Yeah.
I love Louis, man.
And then after the show, he was milling about, and there was a bar in the back, and we were all having drinks, and there he is, fucking talking to somebody, and I just fucking told my wife, here, get a picture of me real quick. I'm gonna get a picture with Louis C.K. And you could see in the picture he's not happy.
Yeah. Let's pop into some of the chat now because there's other people in here.
Look.
Opinion.
Can I tell you one thing afterwards, though? I'm gonna bring up Chad's little video. It's only
yeah.
Oh yeah,
okay.
That's fun.
That's fun. There's just a few here. That's funny, Chris. That's funny, Chris. Ray, Chad, Rob Saul have all been called handsome by an impressive amount of women. It's interesting. Ray, among the three of them, is the only one that's like, but he's like, Ray's about 5'10", 5'11", maybe. Like, Ray's taller than the other ones. Rob is small and Chad is small. Chad's like, I'm 5'8", and they measured Chad at 5'8", but I shook Chad's hand and my head was higher than his. So I don't know if he was bent knee or something, but Rob is a little guy, but Rob's a good looking guy, and he's a snazzy dresser, I will say.
He seems gay.
He does.
Maybe that's why his so and so fucked this other thing.
I'm just saying, like, by his dressing, he looks like he's a well put together gay man.
But he doesn't.
Quaff.
My gaydar did not go off, right?
No,
but now,
okay.
I'm 60.
Metrosexual,
so like,
maybe.
How is
Metro.
my gaydar? No, but
Your gaydar died in the
Leo
war.
Gunn fucking nailed it.
Yeah. So Leo Gunn.
Metrosexual.
I met Kumia 3 times at Sullivan's.
I've met
twice.
people. I've met straight people like Rob, and what happens in a lot of their cases is that they're raised by their mother and sisters, and like they're raised by a lot of women.
Well, Rob's dad was gay.
Gotcha. Oh shit! There you go.
All right. All right. Well, that gets to the bottom of that.
His dad was gay, and he had a sister and his fucking mom at home, all sucking dick.
Okay. So this is where it's really.
Oh no.
We don't really have to go until right here, pretty much. So this is Chad doing his like a walk and talk, and it starts to rain.
But I don't hate her either. Oh shit! It's raining. I gotta go. It's raining. It's raining. I gotta go.
This is no more Josh Stanley fan. Boy, it's tough being a content creator in Florida.
We get a lot of rain.
This is how the video is.
What are we supposed to be listening for?
That's fine. You can do whatever you want. That's fine. He's a fucking troll anyway.
No, he's talking in the chat. He doesn't realize he's still on. Or he's like thinking about what he
weird, dude.
sees.
That's weird, man. That's
Fucking
weird.
weird.
I mean, he
dude.
just forgot to
Alright.
hit end
I know.
stream.
All right, boys. We got to do. We got to get through some of these chats. So
Okay.
let's do that.
do them.
And there's one in here for Dave. So when Dave comes back, I'll have. Oh, there you go. Frank would like you to. Oops, sorry, I went to the wrong place. Frank would like you to read this, Dave.
Schmuel, please have Dave read this because it's been on my mind. What's the story with the old O&A producer Sparks and a tape involving the Opster's wife?
Oh, that's so old.
I don't know. What's the story, Crumb? What was the story with Sparks and that
That guy was like kind of stalking Opie, and he kind of
he had a video of her like but from
With
outside
Bam.
of the house.
no fucking.
Oh
Bam.
yeah, with Bam.
Bam Margera.
Yeah.
That I
They're
think that was
talking.
what the rumor was. Yeah, I don't know. what
Oh
happened with it,
shit.
but-
Yeah, I don't know.
Somebody
I'll check
somebody
into
brought that
that.
up on Opie's stream the other day, and Opie got all pissed off about it.
I mean,
Yeah, he's talking
I
about
would-
someone fucking his wife. He's not going to be cool with it.
Yeah, obviously.
No, I know, but you don't bring it. But you don't read it. You know?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
You don't read it. You don't. You know.
Well, Opie, he brings up every chat though and scans them as on their own screen. So then he'll be like, oh shit, that's not one I should have probably brought up, but I have to address it now because it's there.
It's like the
Right,
meme
and then-
where
but-
the guy's riding the bike and he sticks his own fucking stick
Yeah.
into his own spoke and then falls over and is like, the liberals did this.
Oh, dude, it's
Sam
funny you
Bibley.
said that, Dave. I'll send you. I'm gonna DM you later. I got a picture. Send
I
me
don't think
the-
you guys know any gays in real
It's
life.
the person who
It's
is the
not hard
person
to
who has
tell.
the
They
bike
talk
black.
openly about fucking
No.
other men being gay all the time. Sam, this is why I said our gaydar didn't go off. My gaydar didn't go off, and Rob didn't give me that vibe. Not that he would want to fuck me in the ass anyway.
Listen, I have a
But,
lot of gay friends, honestly, and none of them talk about fucking people. So you're wrong. I have a lot of straight friends that don't talk about fucking people either.
I have friends that I knew were gay when I met them, and then I have friends that I grew up with that never had to tell me they were gay, never said openly that they're gay, never came out of the closet. I never saw them fuck another man. And yes, my intuition was correct. They were gay.
Yeah.
And that guy's name is Sonny. He's still my friend today. He worked
Normal
with
people just don't
Mikey
talk
McKernan.
about their sex lives. Like it doesn't matter what they be. You know
Yeah.
they're gay. They don't talk
I had-
about
I had
fucking
a-
dudes.
I had a friend I grew up with who we all knew was gay from like a very early age, and we were in our 20s, and he had a party at his house where he came out, and he was so mad years later because nobody gave a shit. Like he came out, it was like a big deal to him that he was telling all of us, and he was being, and everybody was like, "Yeah, we know, and
Yeah, we knew you were
and
gay.
he
bro.
thought for years he kept it under wraps.
Yeah,
No,
and
that's
a
not
meme-
gay. That's not
me
gay.
Nice
being such a
podcast,
hack-
stupid. Is it gay to stick a voodoo doll, a KB voodoo doll in your ass, asking for a friend? I thought
I
you were
just want-
sticking your thing into the voodoo doll.
I'm gonna fuck it, and I'm gonna have it and I'm gonna drink the cum out of it.
Yeah. If you implant a fleshlight into its rectum area, then there's an issue.
You mean there's content?
I don't.
Dude. Yeah, Rumble
Dude.
content.
If I went on to fucking OnlyFans after an episode of MLC, and I said I'm gonna fuck this KB doll that's attached to a fleshlight. I'm gonna be naked on stream. Come, you can
Do
be
it at Hackmania,
for
dude.
five. I mean, come on, dude.
As they're gobbling butter, you're fucking KB in the back.
Oh my god, I'm such a fucking hack that I went to go see my friend Sonny that I hadn't seen, probably in like 5 years, and I go hang out with him, and I'm like, let's watch the Birdcage. Like, what, dude?
No.
He goes, what are you talking about?
actually a
He's
good
like,
movie.
"Okay, I'm actually pretty down." It's like, yeah, of course, it's fucking awesome. No, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Dave, are we allowed to snipe KB, or are you going to get in trouble for that?
Oh, let's do it.
I was
Oh,
about
you're
to
already,
leave.
You're
Right
already
now.
doing it. There it is.
We're an hour and 45 minutes.
I know we need to. Get
Oh no! I can't watch this right now.
You know, and
He's
he does
sniping
make me
you.
laugh. I
think
hate
they
He's
gotta
him.
go.
sniping him, dude.
I
Like
think
I
they
said,
both
let's
like
be
each
married.
other.
Oh, he's not
Does,
sniping. He's
does
just
he
watching
really
us.
dislike?
It's a really good show when everybody talks at the same time.
He's probably freaking out that Carlos came on, right? Because he went through that thing today where Dave really got off the pussy. He went through the thing today where he was like, KB was like, he can't tell what the hierarchy is between Dave and Schmuel and Ray, and now Carlos Danger is on. It's got to be all throwing him for a loop.
Well, this is how bad his show is. He's watching us do our show or your show.
Dave is such a coward. Oh, the Mr. Blue Sky. Dave is a sissy. Oh, yes, he is.
He just dropped out real quick, didn't he?
Yeah.
He's not even sniping though. He's just watching what we said before. I hope he gets the
That's
part
the
when I
best
said it
show.
sucks.
That's the bestest show.
Shuli, or is that just character?
Kumia, you know, and he does make him laugh.
I
He
think
hates
they-
him and likes him.
I
Like
think
I
they
said,
both
let's
like
be
each
married.
other.
Does he,
I don't
does he
think there's a-
really dislike Shuli, or is that just character?
I think he hates Shuli.
Yeah.
I think he really just like.
I think
he
everything
really
KB
dislikes
does
Carl.
is an act. It's all
They're those
fucking
two things.
fake.
I don't think he hates.
Just character.
Kumia, you know, and he does make him laugh.
I
He
think
hates
they-
him and likes him.
I
Like
think
I
they
said,
both
let's
like
be
each
married.
other.
Does he,
I don't
does he
think there's a-
really dislike Shuli, or is that just character?
I think he hates Shuli.
Yeah.
I think he really just like.
I think
he
everything
really
KB
dislikes Carl.
does is an act. It's all
They're those
fucking
two things.
fake.
Yeah, everything's an act. This guy, Crumb, this guy. Remember this guy? People used to say, you got to get this Crumb on. All this time he said
That's me.
everything I did was fake. Everything's an act.
I don't think he hates. I don't think he hates Ray.
No, good.
I don't even
good
think he
one.
really even hates Neil. I think he really hates Shuli and.
Oh, I
and
watched
Carl.
Chat.
Oh, Dave Sarah's on some kind of different drugs. He's been acting real strange lately.
Oh no,
It's not regular drugs.
Dave fucked
who
himself.
do I like?
Dude.
Ray and Neil?
It's all
They're those
fucking
two things.
fake.
I don't think he hates. I don't think he hates Ray.
No.
I don't even think he really even hates Neil. I think he really hates Shuli and.
Oh, I
and
watched
Carl
Chad
enough.
too. I did check into Chad actually. I should have said that. He's
I
better
think he
caliber.
likes. I don't know. I know in
God,
some
I'm
weird
awful.
way. I
Why do
think
you have
KB
me on
likes
there?
Ray. Like he's just
does
frustrated
like
that
Ray.
he can't get Ray
Yeah.
to do the right thing. And
It's like how you
it
like.
goes
Ray,
back to
Shmuel.
that. Hold on. It goes back to that.
Is that the coach of the Chiefs on the bottom? Wearing a Yankee hat? Man Whore Podcast.
Has he not
That
figured out it's Carlos
thing
yet? Carlos said earlier, where KB was
Probably
telling
not.
Ray to do the show at the same time every day to
He'll
be
get it.
consistent,
He'll pick it up eventually.
and just to be annoying, Ray didn't do it. You know, and it's
Right.
almost like all the advice that he was given, he didn't do,
Excuse me.
and KB gets frustrated with him. But it's really abusive, though. I mean, I wouldn't put up with it.
No,
I
know how
don't
he does.
doubt-
I don't know how he does.
Like I don't doubt that. Okay, like
Oh, what does? Ray does one show a month. As his Crumb just constantly goes to the weed. I like these
It's
guys
not
who are like
weed,
deep
dude.
thinkers, and most of the time they're just getting high. Guys who
not
are
weed,
high
Kevin.
always think they're deep thinkers.
It's fucking
Always.
nicotine, brother.
That's the number one rule about getting high. They all think they're deep thinkers.
See, this is how dumb you can be or sound.
My-
You don't know what you're talking
right?
about.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if it's actual abuse.
It's
Yeah,
abuse,
exactly. It's-
Carlos.
I
It's
don't.
abuse.
I don't find it abuse. The people who find it abusive are the same people who call Brian Callen's canceling his trauma.
Even
Go
if it
fuck
was
yourself.
weed.
Okay, it's
So
not his
yeah,
trauma.
I would probably
Yes,
agree with you if I
Michael
didn't
Malice.
know Ray. Like it really
Right.
affects. Like that's the
yeah.
thing is like it affects Ray.
Good.
I think
Yeah.
Ray is traumatized for sure about it.
Good.
Sam Bibley, Shuli's channel is
Okay.
aesthetically punishing to watch, like how some restaurants are deliberately ugly so you get takeout. His channel looks like he doesn't want to stay. And then there's the sounds. Yeah, there's a lot of like, there's too much of the, so you get
What?
takeout. His channel looks like he doesn't want to stay. And then there's the sounds. Yeah, there's a lot of like, there's too much of the, just the crap that goes on, the Morse verse and the constant drops and
The drops are.
just,
are
it
too
feels
much.
it
The
feels
drop
like
heavy
they should be
shows.
I can't handle the songs.
like week.
It's like overproduced. It's like a
yeah,
like a 70s prog rock almost to some extent.
Yeah,
This is why Chad's starting to get into me lately with the Roadcaster, the fucking drops. You gotta like drop some of the drops, bro. You know. Too
the
much.
my dad is 80. Hey, my dad's
God
82.
bless your dad.
I'm,
Good for him.
I'm
I'd rather listen to his dad than this Crumb bum.
39. So look at that age
Mother-in-law's
difference.
80. Yeah.
Kevin Brennan is going to be 65 in May, and his
80.
children are not even 18 yet.
Oof.
I think he sees Ray as like, yes, Ray's 50. There's probably no chance in hell that he could have had Ray as a child. But the fact that Ray acts like he's 25 or
I'll be right
30,
back.
it's like his last stand with him. He's like, you're going to become a man soon. I'm not going to be here much longer, Ray. You're going to become a man soon. You're going to have to go out there and take care of your family.
Worst take ever.
And it's like he's
Fucking
trying to give him,
idiot, ready. And yeah,
and
that's
he can't give him, and it's like he feels trapped because he can't give that to his son yet because his son's still under his tutelage.
What?
But
It's
Well,
not
he gets a lot. He
fucking
gets. He does. Look, he's gotten a lot of advice from a lot of people, and I know even Carlos, who's a pretty stable fella, right, with a decent life. It's like it gets hard after a while when you're just like when somebody just constantly steps on rakes. It's really hard. You just
Wasn't Schmuel just on his show yesterday?
get tired and frustrated.
right. Yeah, and I don't hate Ray. Like I really don't hate the guy. I get pissed at him, and I got pissed at him, but I beat him in a roast battle right before Christmas, so I'm proud of that. But I honestly I don't think Ray's a bad guy or anything like that. I don't think he's a sex fiend.
Now I'm back.
Oh,
No,
He's heavily
No.
perverted, but not a sex fiend.
With
he's asexual at best.
It
with
was,
Ray,
asexual day the other day. They actually had
You
Is
didn't
he
see him-
watching us live? Is this
OJ
live,
used
or-
to talk about it, and I've actually seen it in action. Like Ray will perform, and chicks will come up to him after, and it's like they want to talk
was
to him,
kidding.
like they want to get to know him. Like, oh, he's the performer, and there's nothing.
He's like a dog. He just goes immediately to smell their butt. Like he just does something that's a complete like, whoa,
He just,
get your nose out of my crotch, Ray.
he just, what do you call it? But he does. It's like he doesn't. It's like he doesn't want them to like him because he's a performer.
What? Are these guys all stupid? He doesn't want them to like them because he's a performer?
It's like he wants to be liked for himself, not because he was on stage. All right, so if you'd asked me a year ago, I would never have thought that I would be in a place where we would be sniping Kevin Brennan and I would be on the screen with Kevin Brennan. So that's
And he's sniping us as we snipe him, or we're watching him. We're not really sniping him, I guess.
yeah, we're watching him, and I think he was watching us, but
Is he still watching us?
Dave bailed out. I don't know. I don't think so. Hold on, I'll see.
You're
just
saying
like-
Ray's a tortured
No,
artist?
he's
He's moved on.
he's still back.
Oh yeah, he'll catch up. Let's talk more
back.
shit about him when he catches up.
Yeah, no, it's
You can tell him how
it's-
sad his show that he's watching us. So we're now the content for MLC.
It is, right? Like it's what's the movie with where the guy comes through the bookcase? Oh shit. Matthew
Inception.
McConaughey and
No, Interstellar.
Interstellar, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
it is. Are we
the-
giving him messages through the bookcase?
The dimensions, yeah, the dimensions are
Yeah.
we're
But we're
seeing
just
through-
we're just high, I guess, right, Shmuel? We're just fucking
yeah,
two drunk
um,
high guys.
not me. Not me. That's the that's my one thing. I didn't even want to do this the other night when I was taking Benadryl for my cold. Like
Yeah, no, we're all
I don't
fucking
trust
loopy.
I don't trust myself. Well, I have a history of having done things like that and then waking up in the morning and realizing that I made phone calls to people that
Yeah.
ex-girlfriends,
We've all been
girlfriends of friends. So yes, now you guys are the stooges we are.
there. Mm.
We are
You know, it's fine. I mean, I enjoy it. It's kind of fun. I don't watch MLC, but I guess I'm on it now. Sweet.
mulling it over. F Schmuel.
Oh,
Thank
no.
you. And mulling it over, trying to get you the link, Crumb. Yeah, I did put in his chat to send you the link.
Nice. You know,
Do
he
text
did
to-
send me the link one time. He did send me the link early on, and he did actually send me the link, and I couldn't do it. Then I said, "Hey, I gave him my avails," and then he turned around and said I was big timing him. So fuck him. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah,
10 minutes before he goes live, he's like, "Here's a link. You want to come out?" No, I can't right now.
That's what he wants to do. But he wants that. That's like his whole thing is you should be available at 4:00 when he goes live. Right?
I mean, maybe
And-
if you told me the day before, but not 10 minutes before.
No, that's one of the things he wanted to do. I know he's done it with other comedians. Like he wanted them to be available at 4:00, but he didn't know whether he was going to call them or not.
Yeah.
So you had to,
Fuck him.
and it was like, well, what else are you doing? You're not doing anything else. This is a chance. So I don't know.
The
But
big time.
how far the mighty have fallen. So
Yeah.
when you're sniping May and Crumb, your world is just crashing down around you.
Your numbers
So-
are probably pretty shitty.
Well, the funny part is that he and I are probably like less than a mile from each other right now. I should send him a link and say, let's go meet at that bar in Hoboken.
Go get some
But-
fucking Ruts Huts. Get some, hot dogs for the hot dog man.
Hot dogs. Yeah. So, I don't know what, I see Kevin on his bike occasionally. I haven't seen him in a while, but, I see him on
That's
his bike. And I will say, of all the people in the Dabbleverse at any age, he is, I think, probably one of the healthiest. He and Ray are the two guys in the best shape that I've seen here. They're both slim. They both work out. And you don't see a lot of variation. It's not like me where, I'm up 50, down 50, and moving around. In any event, my friend, it is time for me to wrap it up for the night.
All right, man.
Thanks for coming on. And I'll leave the stream up and let's just hit. I want to thank the guys in the chat, Tuna, Mint Diggity. I cannot remember the name, Alicon, whatever, who was giving us
Oh,
a hard
yeah.
time earlier.
Glue.
Mr. Blue Sky. I've told
Oh,
Crumb
yeah.
many times to get his priorities straight. Hanging with the family on a Saturday.
How dare you?
And opinion, good chat. Glad you had Carlos on. Trying to get Carlos on for quite a while. And like I said earlier, Carlos is one of the reasons why I'm here. I did Sarah was the guy that talked me into doing a stream. And then we did a stream and Carlos sent me a DM saying that he really enjoyed it. And I was like, oh, okay. Because I was ready to quit. I thought it was horrible. And I still think it's horrible. Scooney, I got the hat. We need Dave to have the drop. Nas, this is funny. Funny for me. And the famous Sketty Tooth John. This is crazy. It is.
Sketty.
It
Yep.
is. So Tuna opinion, just gonna run through the names. Affy, Stephen Bravo, the mole knows. I can't quite figure out what's going on with the mole, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
And I wanted to talk about Joey C tonight. I wanted to know what was going on, but do you know what's happening with that or?
No, I can never read his decipher his chats or his tweets, so it's hard to figure out what I know what other people are. He's striking channels of some sort, or someone's striking his channel, and he's
So
retaliating, or
he
I
was
don't know.
striking, and then he said he'd never take them down. And now today he said that he withdrew the strikes, but the Catalano network, which I think was Rocco's,
Yeah,
he got
he's
the channel
striking.
taken down.
Yeah, he did. He
So
got them taken care of, I guess, in his eyes. And then he apologized or something. Like, oh, I'm sorry I did that, but you already did it, buddy. It's already done. Like, he's hard to understand. He's a hard man to get.
So I also going to thank Dan from Nice Podcast Stupid. Dan was on last night. He was great. And we had an intellectual discussion where we solved the problems of the world. Chris Mack,
Unlike tonight.
right?
We
I
just
cut up a
discussed
habanero
fucking
for my
Ray.
loaded nachos, and I forgot to wash my hands before I took a piss. Now
Ooh.
my dick is on fire. And Chris, I bought a sandwich yesterday, and I took the bread off, and I bit into it, and it was roast beef and cheddar. And for some reason, there were habaneros on it. And I was running through my office screaming that my mouth was on fire. So I understand it, but luckily I didn't touch my dick. Scooney. Oh, there we go. Scooney has it. I'm a mod on the Catalano network, and I'm confusing myself. Joey struck us a few times. Wow. And Chris Mack, I like Joey. He's entertaining. I found him too frustrating. I get too involved because I wanted to try to help him. And I was talking to him, but he can't follow through with it. He's got a million ideas. And
Yeah, he's
nothing
too
ever
much
gets
for
put
me.
into action.
Too much for me. But, you know, it's someone that KB gets on his show often. It's Joey C.
Well, KB hasn't had Joey on it forever, though.
Wasn't he was on not too long ago, I thought. No?
I thought it's been months and months and months.
He should be on
So-
more often. It'd be more entertaining.
Well, Joey is also a Shuli guy, so I think that may have some negative effect on Kevin bringing him over. But I don't know. I don't really find Joey that entertaining. He's another one of those guys that I find them entertaining when I'm viewing them through a filter, but watching them directly,
Yeah. Or interacting with someone like Kevin.
right?
Two like, you know, giants in the podcasting world going at it.
Joey is now thrilled. Joey's floating on cloud nine now that you've called him a giant in the podcasting business.
I mean, he's basically the same as Kevin. He just makes a little bit more, I guess, or Kevin does.
Kevin makes a lot more money than Joey, you know, and that's the thing with Joey is like his numbers are always the numbers he gives you, and then the numbers you can look up on Playboard are always sketchy.
Yeah.
And so this is all right. So Scooney, Joey made his own song and plays it over his stream so that he can strike TCN. Now, I found it amazing that Joey could make his own song and that Joey could copyright it. Excuse me, but I
don't
have a feeling that it probably is not copyrighted, you know. And then the way YouTube works is you've got 10 days to respond with legal stuff or it comes down. And what I've been told, and I don't know if this is necessarily true, but I've been told is if you copyright strike a bunch of channels and you lose your ability to strike.
Yeah, they don't like false
Yeah.
shit.
Right.
Yeah, I heard that.
They don't want to be
as well.
involved in it. So
Yeah,
anyway,
if you're maliciously doing dumb shit, they're gonna catch on to you eventually. And so, like Joey's life, it'll probably catch up to him eventually. His channel will be kicked off because he's dumb. He's doing dumb shit, you know.
he'll get on. He'll what do you call it? He'll get onto the wrong person. And this is
most likely.
I think he's only striking TCN. Yeah, I think he let he was going to strike the pineapple, but he let the pineapple slide. So
Yeah, but he's trying. He's the type of guy that he needs something. He needs some kind of heat. So this is his heat he's getting now. Most likely is. I'm talking about. People are talking about him. He's like, you know, bad publicity is good publicity type of dude.
I'm sure Joey is more clever than he lets on. I think he only plays possum sometimes to get people to underestimate him. I would disagree. What I think happens is I think
That's
there are pay pigs that keep him just at a level
yeah.
where he can continue to do this.
And he's the type
So
of guy. If someone tells him, just gives him a little bit of re-encouragement, like, "Oh, you're doing great, Joey." Like enough people, and there's probably a few in his ear telling him he's doing exactly what he should be doing, and he's like, "Oh, you're right. You're right."
it's Carlos Danger sending me a DM, encouraging me to come on. Goddamn, is Dave gone? Yes, numero uno.
He
we
fucking bailed, dude. He saw
bailed when we
fucking the boss, and he fucking
started talking
jumped
about the
ship.
boss. In any event, all right, my friend. Good
All right, man.
night,
Thanks
and
for having me.
we'll see you later in the week.
Yeah,
All right,
totally.
and I'll be back on Thursday at 7, I think, folks. And Crumb will probably be here. And I'd move my camera over. My dog came home while we were doing this and has gone to sleep on the couch next to me. So
Nice.
I got to go
Yeah,
walk the dog.
My dog's
Good night,
right next
guys.
to me as well. All right, man.
All right,
Have a
boy.
good one, bro.
Good night. Take care,
Later.
man.